You went to a tower. You fought some shit.
Ren and I went for a wander after I had a weird dream. We
Arcanite
crawled
went
through
down.
a tower while Kai and Key and Ayden went looking for Arcanine, but Arcanine was with us. And then, yeah, we finished up, came back, had some burgers, and that's where we're at right now.
Cool. So yeah, that's where we are right now.
And you got a ring and a quest.
Yes. During the middle of the night, when traveling from Eastfield to Old Town, what seemed to be like some sort of sailor, old man, sort of thing. Sorry, hang on.
The Admiral.
Yeah, what was referred to as the Admiral, asked you to take a ring to the Arcane Institute in Port Royal. As reward for doing so, he gave you another ring, which was sold at the general store here in Old Town for some gold. And Sarah had a lead on an interesting sort of old watchtower that founded some loot at the end of it. I think that was really... Arcanine wanted to come along because he ate some faces and it didn't agree with him. And he feels different and he wants to figure out what happened.
Now I've got a pup.
And he won't really be joining us. I sort of created him as a fill-in, like if there's not enough people but we still need some extra DPS or something, that like he can just come and go sort of as please. So if you want to use him today, you can, but it's like whatever. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I was just going to tell him to, stay away from us. Don't get too close unless you think we need
Take
it.
the day off.
Yeah. So
Go.
You could probably just do it by choice.
yeah, he's still an
wild
independent and sort of
Yeah.
wild animal.
He's a strong, independent wolf, and he don't need no DPS from nobody.
Exactly. All right, so that's at the end of the day, you guys came here for some burgers. Yeah, I think you've paid for an extra day at the inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where we are. I think.
All right, I got this dinner, guys. I'm not sure if we paid for it yet, have we?
No, I think we paid for it last session.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sarah paid for it.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
It wasn't me.
It has been paid for. That's one of out of game thing. I was just saying, make sure you've added and you've got the right amount of currency and stuff based on what we've spent.
Yeah, try. Did you
Rations
add
and water skin and
one
Yeah.
water skin, 10 rations, and 51 gold?
I didn't add any rations, no.
yeah, add 10 rations as well.
I'm 90%. I'll just switch. I'm 90% sure I've done that. Yeah, I've got 16 rations, and because we used a couple of rations, didn't we?
Yep. So you should
What
have
is the-
used 3, and then I bought us another 10 each.
Wasn't it 4 days to here?
Yeah, but we got here in 8 here.
Gotcha. I'll add one back. Thank you. All right, all good. I'm gonna sit here and just eat my burger and just eye Ren off, because I know he likes to steal my food.
So back to what we were talking about before we got our burgers. I still reckon we should go tell the captain of the guard about the watchtower.
You mean the watchtower that you weren't supposed to be in, and you went in anyway?
Yeah.
Why?
because it's the right thing to do, and who knows, maybe we've done them a favour. So I think it's worth telling him, especially because we did not put the sign back up in case he did want to block it off because it's not safe.
Sarah, you're gonna have to explain to me how your mind works on that one, because you thought entering it was the right thing to do despite having a sign saying don't go in,
Yes.
but then you want to go say that you broke the rule.
Yes. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than seek permission.
I'm with
That is-
Sarah on this one.
Look,
Well, we weren't
I'm happy to
there
go by
anyway.
myself.
We
So if
went
something
there.
happens,
We can go and support you, but
yeah.
we can go to the town.
me and Kai weren't there.
Exactly.
no, I'm not.
And besides, like, if this was something, like, maybe this could be another reason for them to write us a letter of recommendation. If there was something there that they hadn't been able to deal with.
Can we put the current letter of recommendation we've got somewhere safe,
Well,
so that
here,
I take it off as a rip it up?
And I'll give it to you.
I was coming with you. I will not.
No, like, you guys don't have to come. Like, I can go dob myself in, just so it doesn't drag us all in.
Well,
You know what?
that's not-
I walked away from you guys before thinking that was a good idea. I'm kind of trying to.
We can
better
keep our
myself.
distance, but if you feel comfortable doing it by yourself, sure. You can bring us in if needed.
Yeah.
But if we want to do the more,
I'm only going there to
Cautious approach.
inform them of what occurred, not necessarily say I've committed a crime.
you could just say, "Hey, I noticed some idiots climbing the tower and they wrecked some shit."
I have a plan. Trust me.
All right.
Shall I go with you too?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can back me up. I hope.
All right,
I'll do-
Kai. I'll stick with you, and we'll keep some distance, I guess.
I'll give you guys the current letter of recommendation we've got.
I'll tuck it in my bag, I guess, and I'll add it to my inventory.
Oh, did we each get a letter?
No, it's just the
No,
one.
it was a group one.
Okay.
All right. So what's going on?
I'd like to go back to the job town centre bit where the captain of the guard is that told us about the goblins.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of near the center of the town. How is that? I don't fix this. There we go. So you guys are at the Kahuna. You can easily just go down the street towards the Watchmaster's office, and yeah, it's like evening now, so
Might be closed.
yeah, there might be someone there.
For the price of a walk, it's probably worth knocking on a door, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, so you knock on the door.
Yep.
I guess it's Ren and Sarah, me and Kai holding back.
Yeah, like it's pretty quiet in the streets. There's not that many people around. There's like lanterns in the streets. You can sort of you see where you're going. You get to the office. There's no one out front or anything. You knock on the door and you get a response, and you say, "1 moment," and then like a guard comes over, like 30 seconds later, opens the door and says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Hi there. Are you the captain on duty at the moment, or is the captain here? There's just something some information I'd like to pass on if he's available.
He's not in at the moment. He's gone home for today.
Okay. I'm just curious. There's a watchtower that has like a boarded up sign just on the outskirts of town. The large piered walls. Is there any reason why that's blocked off? Anything in particular?
Oh yeah, it's a bit dangerous. You don't really want to be going in there. It's we don't man the walls anymore. As you can see, they're all decrepit and old, and it's quite unsafe. It could be structurally unsound.
Yeah. So on that, my partner here and I, like, we were sort of passing through the area, and I could have sworn I saw something actually in the tower, like a figure. And so we went to investigate it a little bit. We saw the signs, but thinking that it wasn't safe for someone to be up there, we sort of proceeded in and wanted to lend a hand. We're fairly new adventurers and sort of trying to sort of step out of our sort of comfort zone a little bit. There were quite a number of sort of beasts, and there was some sort of like spirit in there. But we managed to get rid of them, and I'm not sure if that helps you or, but yeah, I thought it's just important that I let you guys know, and if you pass the message on, just because we haven't actually put the sign back up, but
Oh, well, could you do that?
I mean, we can go do that. I was just wondering if there's any benefit to you maybe having it sort of clear and accessible now, or do you just want it permanently blocked off?
Yeah, it's not really worth our time, to be honest, but if you're telling me I've got to walk all the way over there and just to go hang a sign again, like, I mean,
No. I was just curious. I thought might pass the message on, and see if there was any sort of benefit to us doing it, or if we've helped you out at all. So,
alright, what was your name again?
my name is Sarah Kadibus, and this is Ren.
You're staying here in town?
We are for another night before heading down to Port Royal. We've got another job that we've been assigned that we're currently doing.
What time do you intend to leave?
Probably fairly early in the morning, but we can swing by first thing if you want us to report our sort of actions to the captain directly.
Listen, before you leave, make sure that sign's on the door and don't worry about it, alright? If it's not on the door and I see you around here again, I might have to pull you in for trespassing or something. You understand?
Totally, not our problem.
Alright then. Make sure it's done.
Will do.
And he just closes the door.
Man, we just did that guy a favor.
Eh. At least it's not that we didn't tell anyone now. It is a good point that we probably should put the sign back up, but
Would me and Ricky have heard that?
I don't know, where are you? Still at the burgle joint?
No, we're just sitting a little bit back, trying to
Yeah.
listen in.
I probably would have been like not a block away, like a building or two away from where
Yeah,
they were.
it's what I was thinking as well.
You might overhear the noises, but you don't understand exactly what you're saying.
Alright, well, once the door shuts, I'm just going to wait for him to start walking his way and be like, so what did he say?
just to put the sign back up. Nothing really beneficial.
Why didn't you put the sign back up in the first place?
Because we thought we got rid of all the danger. We thought that we did them a favor.
Well, we did.
Now, did someone get like items? I think did someone get a cloak or something else? Does someone visibly look different now?
Apart from me and Ren carrying really shiny swords.
Yeah.
I've got hide armor on now as well.
Okay.
I also have a spare. I'm gonna hold up the little gem, and I'm just gonna say that I've got this thing that you can put on your weapon, and you can press it into your weapon and use it as a spell focus.
Fancy.
Cool. I don't think
I'm
I
not
need
sure.
that. Unless
You-
I can shove it in my fist and punch people in the face with it.
Yes, it has very magical properties, so I'm not sure if Sarah or Ayden here could use it. I've got one on my sword, so there was two of them, so I put one on my sword, and I'm gonna hold it up on my shiny new sword.
Look, I mean, I fight with a
Nice.
stick, so I can easily just let go with one hand to do all my magic stuff, so Sarah can probably use it better than I can.
Okay.
I'll just hand it to you.
You can shoot Eldritch Blast from your sword.
Eldritch Sword. Alright, well, we've had some drinks, we've had some food. You two have been yelled at. What next? Should we
Well,
go
I
put that
guess-
sign back up?
Yeah, put the sign back up and
call it a night, maybe. Get ready to head out to Port Royal tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
when we're out of a bit of out of ears shot from the most of the people down the town, when we're closer to the wall, I'm just gonna uh uh just say to Sarah, did you notice the gentleman that we sold the ring to?
What about him?
Was there something strange about how he was looking at the ring?
I mean, he was infatuated by it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice looking ring. I just hope that it doesn't sort of have
Sort
any
of like a
negative
curse ring.
effects. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We turn into like a really sort of gaunt creature and start calling it names, you know?
I'm not going to judge you guys from selling it. I was asleep the whole time. But I don't know. I feel like we should have waited till we got to a much bigger town to try and sell it. Might be able to get a better deal.
I
I
thought
mean,
that, but looking at it, I reckon it was only worth about 50 gold. As a rough estimate.
Look, like I said, I'm not complaining. At the end of the day, it's just a fucking ring. It's not going to change their lives one iota.
It was a magical ring because you did a inspection on it, didn't you? Just like the other one,
um, I think
right?
so. I looked down at the ring in my boot, and that was emanating magic. And a couple of items in the store, but I don't know about. I'm not sure if I saw the one
I
in
think you
the.
did. I think you did. Like check the one on the hand, but then you saw the one in your boot glowing.
Oh,
A ring, can you
I
do
think so.
can you do that spell that lets you detect magic?
Well, that's what he did last time, I think.
yeah, it's a sort of very minor spell that
Well, no, it's, so I don't know how your magic works, but mine I can sort of when I go to sleep I can sort of mentally prepare myself to do different spells, and if you can do that, I might not bother mentally preparing that spell because there's no point. You can do it.
Right.
I'd rather just stick with spells that, you know, maybe a bit more useful.
I believe
Sure.
technically you do it in the morning, and it takes an amount of time equal to the spell level times 10 or something.
To prepare a spell.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure, but that it's definitely like in the morning after the rest.
In that case, I do it each morning when I wake up. Same thing.
Yeah, sorry.
You probably don't have to do it per every time for every spell if you already prepared it. It's probably only if you have to change it if we're gonna.
Yeah, my point is that this connection I seem to have to nature, it's not overly strong, but I can sort of feel all different magics when I wake up, and I can mentally get them ready. And if I haven't done that, it's almost impossible to be able to cast it if I haven't mentally prepared myself to be able to do it for a day. Like I said, if I've already mentally prepared myself, it's not a big issue to redo it. But yeah, it seems like a waste to do that if Ren can do it just as easily as I can.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a pretty minor spell, so yeah. I mean, I just have to meditate for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's not something I can do instantaneously. What I can do instantaneously is this, and he'll hold out his hand and make a few little words and gestures, and 10 berries appear.
What was that sound? Where did the berries come from? It sounded like they came out of an orifice or something.
I've got an anus in my palm of my hand, and I just. No, I'll just throw one to each of them and say, try that. It'll actually keep you fed for an entire day despite its small size.
I've just eaten a
Patrick?
burger. I'll hang on to it till later.
I'm kind of concerned where that berry came from.
It's a magic berry.
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to eat it for breakfast.
Yeah,
It'll last a day, will it?
they last about 24 hours. They last a lot longer than that, but after about 24 hours, the magic in them vanishes, and it's just like eating any other berry. It's not going to do much for you.
Hey, Sarah,
Yes.
how are you able to wield that sword? That sword that's like large.
This one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can like do this kind of magic thing where I make it a little bit easier to wield. But that's about all I can do it on. I just need to sort of focus my energy into the weapon. It takes like a little bit of time, but yeah. I can't.
And then-
I don't know how to explain it. I dreamt of how to do it once and sort of just focused and channeled that same sort of like feeling and process into like, you know, the real world, and thus it happened. So
And in the last fight, like I saw you throw up some shield or something. That was amazing. I mean, I think I've been able to accidentally do that once when someone threw a rock at me, but you just did it instantaneously.
yes. And
You're gonna have to teach me some of these things.
I
I'm just gonna.
the thing is, it's more a sense and a feeling. I don't exactly know how to teach it. Like, it's very
guess
hard
I'll-
to explain.
I guess I'll just.
I have very
Yeah.
vivid dreams. Just like why we went to the tower. Usually I act on if I have a dream. There's some sort of, I don't know, feeling or sense or association that I try to replicate or pursue. So
That's cool. I think I understand.
at least you do.
I assume we're having this conversation as we're walking to the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we want to show you our lovely tower that we went and visited.
Are we moving into this tower?
It's empty now.
You can
Well-
have a look if you want, I guess. The guard said, watch the structure though, because it isn't the sturdiest of things.
I'd rather not have a tower fall on my head again. So let's not.
So we'll go put the sign back up and then head back towards the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy enough. It's wherever you left it. I think it's just on the ground next to the door. It's you don't see any other activity there since last you've been. Even though it's nighttime, it doesn't seem to be anything going on. And it was just like a wood plank in front of the door, and I think just like some parchment on the door or whatever on that plank. I think. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, you can do that in like 10-15 minutes, and then head back to the inn.
Can you describe our room to us? Are we staying in a nice room, or is it effectively a decrepit shithole?
You know I can hear you every time you bang the table.
Yes.
It's very annoying. Anyway, so it's down by the docks. You know, it's pretty simple. They got a few rooms. I think you guys got 2 bunk beds in a single room.
Yep.
And you know, it's not the best thing ever. It's like a gold a night, I think.
Yeah.
Is it? Or half a gold
Each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Half a gold age. Jeez, what are we, millionaires?
Yes. Well, would you like to live in squalor? Because we can arrange that.
I have been living in squalor for a long time. Thank you very
I
much.
told you he wouldn't be upset by the offer of him sleeping outside with Arcanine. You all made it out like I was being so mean.
That's right. Yeah, I think he was going to stay in the stables with Arcanine. That's right.
Yeah, but the stables were fucking animalist and wouldn't allow a wolf in with the horses. I don't know why.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Before we go to bed, I'm going to go have another talk to that stable master.
No, please don't.
I'm just going to have a word with him. I'm just
Yeah.
going to talk to him.
Insight check. Oh my god.
As far as you know, I'm telling the truth.
I have no idea what you're doing.
All right.
Got that out of the way. I'm happy.
Can I go have a quick chat with the stable master?
Sure.
You might all want to come with me just in case.
Oh no, this is all you.
I'm just gonna say
I-
the stable's down here.
I'll go with him.
You can. It's the horse icon.
I'm gonna bang on the door a couple times.
Oh, I don't see a horse on the map.
It's just the left of my token.
No,
Zoom
no,
out and zoom back in.
Yeah, it's like glitchy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it cuts off the bottom of the map sometimes. You gotta zoom out.
Cool.
Yeah, like it's nighttime. There's not really any lights or anything going on, and it's it's probably horses sleeping. And you're banging on the door, was it?
Yeah, bang on the door a couple times.
What? What? Who is it?
Greetings.
Greetings. What? Who are you? What do you want?
Do you remember me? I came and spoke to you last night.
About what?
I wanted to put my animal in your stables.
Yeah, and
You said no.
yes, and
Well, I feel like you're being a bit. I don't want to say racist, but I mean, you are discriminating based on race. And I feel like the guards wouldn't take too kindly to that.
what are you talking about? He comes and opens the door. He's like, "Who are you? What do you want? Like, what are you talking about?"
Look, I came here last night with my very large, very wide, very wolf-looking horse, and I wanted to put him in here.
Oh, you're the idiot with the wolf.
It's a horse.
That's clearly a wolf, mate. I saw its teeth.
What, you've never seen a horse with sharp teeth? We follow them a bit.
So why are you harassing me this late at night?
Well, I mean, I was thinking about having to talk to the guards about this racist innkeeper that won't take even a simple wolfy horse, and well, I think this is a bit off, and you should really be compensating us for our issues.
You know what? I agree. Guards! Guards!
And with that, good sir, we bid you adieu, and I fucking run.
Which way do you run?
Goodbye, character one.
This way. I'll go straight this way towards the inn.
He's just watching you as you run down the road.
I run, but I'm like a lot faster than you.
Okay.
I'm at like 40 feet. I'm even going to use like because we're actually potentially running, I'm actually going to use a key point, and you just see me go whoosh, like, whoa.
So you're doing 120 feet around.
Well, yeah, I only used it once.
Yeah, no, because you could dash, step of the wind, and that, so it's 120 feet around if you want
Yeah.
to. And I'm going to be like...
Test it out.
So as you guys sort of get to this it's more of a four-way intersection where the inn is, which is also not too far from the Watchmaster's house. You do see a watchman in chainmail coming from. Let me draw it. This direction towards you, and as you sort of are running down this walkway, the Watchmaster sees you. And he's also heard what's happened over here. Like, he hears the yelling. So he's going to immediately yell at you and say, "Stop where you are! Don't move any further!"
I stop.
What are you doing out so late?
Free country?
Alright, come with me.
Look, I don't know who you are. You're heavily armed. This seems kind of dangerous. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I don't think you resisting arrest is a good idea either. Come with me.
Has he only seen me?
Well, Key was faster than you, right? How fast do you go around?
He's double me, pretty much.
Yeah,
he might have made it back inside, but by the time you got there,
I sprinted ahead, like, oh yeah, because while everybody was away, I was been meditating a lot, and and learn to unlock my key. I was testing it out.
I
So-
will.
Are you gonna? He's got his hand on his sword. He's like, "So what's it gonna be?"
I turn around to the others. I'm like, so Ayden should be along any second.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
that's
say the
good.
guy-
How did the talk go?
Yeah, what's it? I'm gonna be like this on the bed. What's taking him so long?
I don't think it went so well.
Look,
I
Mr.
look
Guard.
behind me.
Look, Mr. Guard. I'm happy to come with you, but I do have to ask: what are your grounds for arresting me?
I saw you sprinting away from someone yelling guards.
No, you saw me sprinting down a hall, like down a street. I mean, I needed some exercise.
From the direction of someone screaming guards.
So if
I
I
don't-
start,
And I don't see anyone else running around.
well, we all need exercise. I'm walking towards him, my hands up as I'm doing this. We all need exercise at times.
Yeah. Well, how about you just come with me and we'll sort all this out.
And where might I be going?
Yeah, just to the Watchmaster's office. I'll get you to have a sit down. We'll have a chat. And that's all it's going to be.
Yes, sir. And I'll go with him.
All right.
I look over my shoulder. Do I see this transpiring? Noticing that he should have been here by now.
Are you inside?
Well, I would have been inside, but now I'm going to go
I've
back
got
outside.
the
and
note
look.
with me.
But what?
I've got the letter of recommendation with me.
Rule number 1: never give Aaron anything important. So if you're inside, you don't really.
No,
notice.
but because I noticing that he hasn't come in yet, I'm going to duck my head back out.
Okay. Yep. So you sort of see him walking off in front of the guard towards just down the road to the Watchmaster house,
Like,
the watch post.
oh. I turn in and tell everyone. So for some reason, the other guy started yelling guard, and I think there was a guard around, and Ayden is now with a guard.
So you've got your head out the door, right?
Yeah, I poked my head out, saw what's going on, and went to the other guys and told them this.
Okay. So as you have your head out, from about 30 feet behind you, from the western direction,
So inside the building.
so over here, sort of over, just like
Okay.
there's too many tokens in the thing. It's,
Oh, yeah, from the other way, I get you.
Yeah, so sort of like 30 feet behind you, where you're sticking your head out. Around here, you get told, back inside, as you sort of stick your head out there.
Do I know that there's a curfew, or is this just something new to me?
No, there's no curfew or anything. It's just like, looks like somebody's telling you to go back inside.
Do they look armored?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to go back inside and tell the others anyway, so yeah, I go back inside.
Yeah. So Ayden, you get to the watch house. You walk in with the watchman. About 30 seconds after you arrive, another one walks in behind you, and he just says, "Take a seat." And the two watchmen start talking to each other, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna need to go get a statement from the whoever was yelling that. So if you could run down that road there, see what the fuss was, and see who's yelling, and we'll wait here for you." He's like, "Yeah, no worries, I'll be back."
I'm not convinced this is lawful.
So the one who came in after you, sort of goes, as far as you know, goes back to the origin of where the yelling started, and it's probably like sometime later. That
Can I talk to the others at this point?
yeah.
So I don't know if something strange is happening. Is there a curfew or something? I stuck my head out of the door and a guard told me to go back inside. And
I don't know any of
Maybe
them.
something's going on, and they just
And-
don't want extra people on the street.
maybe.
Are there
Ayden
windows?
Ayden got taken by the guards. Immediately, he probably did aggravate the stable master and made him yell guards. And I think, I was fairly quick. I was really stretching my legs, for lack of a better term.
So wait,
He
what did you guys
wasn't as
do?
fast. He
to-
didn't do anything. He was just talking to him, and I think he was being a bit pushy. And
So why did
he
you
got
run?
pissed off. Well, he started running, so I'm like, all right, may as well. So I ran.
I mean, that just makes you look guilty.
It's true. But I think I got into the building, but then he got seen by the guard, and the guard heard somebody else screaming guard, so now he's taken. I'm assuming I saw them heading off towards the main office.
Let's maybe go see if we can find out what's going on with Ayden.
I mean, he didn't do anything serious, right? Most likely,
No.
he's just gonna have to spend the
Didn't
night.
hit him or
in-
anything, right? Like,
No.
no. He should be fine, but let's just go
Yeah.
check on him.
I think at most he'll probably spend the night in, like, the holding pen.
Well, I can't imagine he would need to, but it's Ayden we're talking about, so
Maybe.
So when it cuts back to me, I'm going to sit with the guard and be like, and that was the second time I got crabs.
So, crap. So,
Like, wow, fascinating.
It's been an interesting life. Your friend is taking forever.
Won't be long.
But what have you even arrested me for? Someone says guards and you just arrest people?
When, somebody's running away from whoever's shouting guards.
Can I have a look at the laws of this town? I'd like to see where your arrest power comes from.
Sure.
the guard shows him like the middle finger or something.
I thought he was just gonna like punch him in the gut.
So you worked here long?
Yeah,
How long?
long enough.
Got any cool guard stories? Ever arrest anyone famous?
Yeah, I once caught some guy running away from our citizens who have a responsibility to the town whenever there's trouble to raise the what do they call it? Raise the cry or something.
Look,
Raise the
friend, if this is the most exciting thing that's happened to you, seriously, maybe you should just come and adventure with us or something, because this is pretty bad.
All right. Do you have anything interesting to say? Because I prefer silence.
You want to see a magic trick?
No.
Do you want to see a non-magic trick?
Do you want to talk again?
Clearly.
Then I suggest for now you don't talk at all.
Yeah.
So, do you actually start doing that?
Yes.
Okay. He stands up, walks over to you, and punches you in the face. Let me.
He's trying to follow me, Gary.
13 to hit.
So with that, I'm just gonna like roll out the way a little bit. Just be like, and then I'll say into his mind without speaking, "You told me not to talk."
Does 19 hit?
Yes.
And is 12 damage.
Fuck me.
Are you unconscious?
No, but that hurt.
Fuck.
And he goes to grapple you as well. You can make a if you want to try and avoid it. can make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh dear.
And he grapples you. And he holds you down.
Oh, I can't help it. I just look up at him from my grapple position.
He takes a dagger out and holds it in between your teeth. And then he's got some a little bit of like rope on him. And he starts tying that dagger to your mouth around your head.
using my mental power, I'm going to say to his mind.
He slams your head into the ground.
Are you wanting to die?
No, just
You could,
24, I think that hits.
dude,
he's
you're gonna be
fucking-
unconscious and be like.
He's not gonna let me die. He's a guard.
What?
13 damage. No, that's 18 damage.
Is
Oh,
that more than your
shit.
health?
That is more than my health if I was on 1 health.
So yeah, 18 damage.
I am unconscious.
Yeah. So that's that done.
Am I rolling death saves or what are we doing here?
Yes. Roll a dex save.
Uh,
Yeah, roll 3 death saves. Why not?
How do you just roll the d20 for a death save? Is there actually a button
Yeah,
for it?
just D20.
It's
Uh-oh.
11. Is it 10 and up?
10 and
Yeah,
up.
that's a. I got a 2.
So that's fail.
Roll
Yeah.
again.
Sorry, my sheet just crashed. Give me a sec. Did you guys see that 2 pop up?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, sorry, I rolled that, then it did like the we've lost your sheet.
just reload the page.
Damn, it's not. Is anyone else's crashed?
No. Just you may have to reload your character sheet.
Just roll 20 or something.
Yeah, I will. Success and oh shit! So I'm on 1 and 2.
Alright, well, let's see if Aaron dies in the 3rd episode.
Are you just gonna have this guard let me die here?
Maybe.
I can't load my sheet.
Roll 20, come on, stop stalling.
I'm stalling because I really didn't think you were gonna just let me die here.
He tied a knife around your mouth because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then you proceeded to do whatever that was. He doesn't know you're telepathic.
They didn't even know I was doing that.
There you go. So, does Aaron die? Let's have a look.
Fucking kidding me, sir.
I guess you're dead, Aaron.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What? What can I do? You rolled it and you did those things.
The guard could have not just let the guy crack his head, he cracked the ground, die.
What, he just has, like, heals available all the time?
Medicine check.
This is fantasy. They don't have any duty of care. Like,
You could have gotten a freaking crooked freaking guard, dude. I don't understand what the fuck you're doing.
Not expecting that to happen. I'll tell you that much. Fuck.
Dude.
pretty sure I talked about, like, in session 0 about guards and things and all this sort of thing.
Being realistic.
Like, yeah, like, there's got to be some sort of realism to what's happening. Like,
I still would not have expected a guard to kill someone for that.
well, that's...
But I guess that happened. Fuck. I was
Oh
not
my
expect-
God.
I was seriously not expecting that at all.
So, back to you guys. What are you guys doing? You're going towards the watch post?
Yeah.
Alright. So, as soon as Key stuck his head out the door, you sort of talked and you were like, yeah, let's go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Alright, so you could have got there within 2-3 minutes, probably even not even that long. So as you walk in the door, Ayden's on the ground, and there's blood around his head, and the watchman is like, "Hey, don't come in here. There's an incident."
Yeah, that's a friend. Why is he all beat to shit? He wasn't beat to shit before.
This is your friend?
Yeah. Can I actually go? I'm actually going to forcibly go over there and see if he's breathing.
All right. Do a medicine check.
And if I can, I actually want to release the gag from his mouth and put the potential good berry. I would have known what the good berry has some kind of property to it. He said magical.
I think, have you guys eaten good berries previously? I think you have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So maybe you
Yeah.
probably know it restores 1 health. Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to do that. But you want me to do a medicine check first?
As you sort of move over towards him, and you're sort of looking him over, the guard's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
So clearly the man's injured, and I'm trying to aid.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that. With a 7, you don't know if he's alive or dead. You really can't tell.
But it looks bad, though, yeah?
It looks bad. There's blood around his head, and he's
Yeah.
face down on the ground.
Yeah, I wanted to ungag him and put in the good bear if I can.
So, you're just gonna do it?
I'm just going to do it. I don't give a shit about this other person.
The guy's like, "Hey, I told you to stop that. What are you doing?"
And I'm going to, if I possibly can, use my other key point to make things quicker. I don't know.
I'm gonna say, you fool! He has mental issues.
What the hell are you talking about? Stand back. I told you to stand back. Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. Does anyone want to say anything?
Well, I'm assuming to do a medicine check, I was already at him.
You're close, and from where you are, you can sort of look him over, see if he's alive. See if there's any movement of breathing or anything. You can't really tell. If you
Well,
come
I
any
wanted to
closer,
go do it anyway.
the watchman's going to try and do something.
That's fine. He can try and attack. I'm not going to attack him back, but I'm going to forcibly get myself down.
Okay, so as you come closer, he's going to shove you away.
That's fine. I want to resist and step of the wind and move the fuck around him or something.
All right, so to resist the shove, I only rolled what's that, like a 5. So resisting the shove is like an athletics check, or is it acrobatics as well? Let me check.
Yeah, I think it's both, isn't it?
I think it's either.
Same as grapple.
You
Grapple
can
is both.
dodge with Ath or Acro.
It's like the game new. My sheet is just completely stopped working.
Yeah, I think D&D Beyond might not be working because I can't load the page now. Can anyone else load the D&D Beyond page?
Nah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's shit the bed.
That's annoying. I might have survived if not for that.
I'm not touching my my sheet then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I got my
don't
stats.
refresh your
No.
page.
Because the rolls are coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, so roll whatever you... What did you roll?
I haven't rolled anything, so I'm rolling acrobatics. Or I can roll
Yeah.
acrobatics.
I guess so.
Why don't you roll 20 though?
Okay, so he tries to shove you, and he's unable to, and he sort of misses, and you don't really move at all. Doesn't get his weight behind it, and you don't really move. Alright, what do you want to do?
I wanted to degag him and try and put the good berry in his mouth.
Alright, you're probably able to take the dagger away from his mouth, but then the guard's going to try and shove you again.
I look up to the others, like as if because they would be able to potentially react in this round.
Yeah, if anyone has anything to say or do, like...
Can we just like de-escalate this whole thing for a moment? Like, can we just stop, please? Like,
What do you say?
that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm like asking, sort of standing back to the guy. Can we all just like calm, like stop, like, please, just for a second.
if you listen to my orders, I got no issue. Stand back.
And I'm standing back, but like it looks like he needs medical aid. Can we please just like try and give him a berry, like? And we'll like standing here, like hands up.
That's our friend there.
Your other friend doesn't follow any orders, just like this friend.
We're trying to save our friend.
I don't care what you're trying to do. You have to listen to what my orders first.
At the sake of our friend, fuck you. And I keep doing what I'm doing.
In the name of the king, I told you to listen to my orders.
Key. Like just give him a sec. Just stand back. Like. Key, like this is only making it worse by like pushing this.
You go ahead.
Do I see any windows or anything around the place?
Think about it. You're in a town. There's a lot of buildings. I'm sure there's windows.
Just making sure that there's windows. I'm gonna make a point to storm off, but I want to be able to. I want to make sure that I can see, like into that window and see Ayden's body.
Okay. I don't think a watch post would necessarily have. Let me have a look.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay, so where? Yes, there is a small window on the side of the building that looks into that room of the watch post. Yeah, so you can probably see it there.
Can I sneak around the other side?
Mm-hmm.
And is the guard, obviously the guard is still preoccupied with Key and Sarah?
Yep.
I'm gonna sort of try and stealthily cast Mage Hand on like just near me.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
So while this is happening, all that other stuff is happening as well, right? You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Key, what are you doing?
Well, if I've removed the restraint, I wanted to put the bear in his mouth and then stand up and walk away from it.
So he's told you before that not to do that, and he also had his weapon drawn after he tried to shove you away.
That's fine.
So he's going to take an attack if you move towards him again.
I'm not going to move towards him. Like I was already at Aaron to take his bind off. So
Whatever you're trying to do.
I would have put a berry in his mouth, and then walk, and a bonus action disengage from him.
So it's a 21 to hit.
Well, I disengaged.
So in order to sort of, like I said, right, you took the dagger out, and then that conversation happened where he said not to do anything, and then and Sarah tried to speak to him as well. Ren's gone around the outside of the house, and now it's sort of back to the top of the initiative, and he's going to try and attack you, and he rolls a 21 to hit.
Okay, hits.
And it's 11 damage.
Alright.
Now you can sort of do whatever you want to do.
Cool, I'll put the Baron in his mouth and I'll bonus action disengage and fall in line like he wants me to, but I've done all I can.
Alright. Anyone else want to do something now?
Apart from talking and like trying to de-escalate, that's all I'm trying to do is persuade him to like settle down. Like we're doing as you say. Like our hands are up. Like we're not coming in like hostility. We just like purely want to check on our friend who looks like he's severely injured. If you'll let us, can we please like just tend to him? He does not look healthy. Like.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't look healthy. He might look a little bit more healthy if he or this other friend of yours right here listened to my orders. But I guess a total lack of respect for authority is evident between you and your friends.
I mean, we're standing here with our hands up, completely like neutral.
You're not standing there with your hands up. This one is removing things from this fugitive and playing around with him. And I've told him to back up, and I've had to attack him just to get out of the way.
And I have not attacked you back. You have just struck an innocent person who was just trying to aid.
You're not innocent. You're also in trouble for this. I gave you an order, and you didn't follow.
Yep, to save my friend. Bring in your superior.
So, if there's anything else going on at this time,
No, I've done all I can.
I'm gonna listen from the outside. Seeing as I probably saw him put the good berry in his mouth, right?
Yeah, you would have been able to see that.
Yeah.
So about this time, the other watchman comes back. He sees the situation, like you guys sort of standing in the doorway, and the yelling that's going on. And he says, "Hey, everyone, on the ground now!" And he's holding a crossbow.
Drop to the ground.
I comply. 1 second. Yep.
Ren, are you doing anything in particular? He probably doesn't see you right now.
I'm still outside.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you good in there, officer? He's like, "Yeah, I'm good. We got a situation here, though." So the one outside is going to watch over you two on the ground. The one inside comes out towards you and starts has shackles on him, and he starts to shackle you two.
I don't resist at this point.
Either.
I'm gonna be trying. I'm trying to be stealthy outside now. I'm seeing this.
All right, roll a stealth check. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah. So they don't notice you at the moment, Ren. But yeah, you other guys are now restrained. No. Well, your hands are tied and you're on the ground. They're gonna lift you up one by one. So key first, they pick you up and they move you into the inside.
Mhm.
And they put you into a cell at the back of the post. And then they come back a couple. Well, actually, the one who's outside, he's been outside the whole time. Sorry, he's watching over you. As the one inside takes key into the cell, does the same with Sarah. And you're both now inside the cell, unless you wanted to do anything else.
I'll just begin a short rest.
Give me 1 second.
This has gone a very different direction than I thought that joke would go.
I tried out.
I cannot complain about how much you tried.
All right. So, Key and Sarah, you now. Let's see. Can you guys see where you are?
I can.
Yeah.
All right, Ren, you're outside there. Yeah. Can you guys see the watchman as well?
I can see 3 people.
I see darkness, my old friend.
Yeah. So the Watchmaster over here goes back towards the first room where Ayden's body is, and yeah, some time passes, and like a minute or two, and you just see him dragging the body in here,
Can I see into the window?
and they throw him into the cell here. Yeah, you can see. So you would have seen the body being dragged away.
Is
Did
it
he look
evident I'm
alive?
dead at this point, or is it still possible I'm only unconscious, as far as they can see?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
And
see into the room? What are these walls? Are these thick walls? Are they bars at only the front?
they're just all of them are just bars. That's why you can see everything basically, because it's just bars.
Well, I will just move to here and just try and get in contact with Ayden if I can.
What do you want to do exactly?
Well, I want to hey Ayden and then just basically observe him and see if he's breathing or not.
Roll a medicine check.
It's not that great.
D&D Beyond looks like it might be working now.
Reckon I got one up.
6.
6. You can't tell from where you are. You need to get closer.
I'm just gonna stare at him and just. I'm looking for any kind of sign at the moment, and I'll spend half hour, whatever it needs.
All right. So an hour passes.
I take
Nothing
a short
really
rest, and I'm
happens.
going to use my hit die.
Yeah, and then like after that hour, this guard here, he's like, he comes up to the cage here and he says, "Hey, didn't I speak to you not long ago, like an hour ago or something, 2 hours ago?"
Yes, you did.
And now you're back here.
I was coming to check on my friend that was brought here, and all this commotion occurred.
So was your friend involved in the trespassing incident that you told me about earlier as well?
No,
It was just you then.
it was me and one other, but he's not here. These two
Okay.
had done nothing. This is for something completely different. By the way, we did go put that sign back up. But, the other friend that was with me at the time, you would have seen him. But these two, no, they had nothing to do with it.
Okay. It's good to know.
Can I ask? I know for some reason, like, there's a lot of hostility at the moment, but is the friend that you just brought in, is he okay?
I don't know. Do I look like a doctor?
No, I know, but is he at least breathing?
Like I said, I don't know. All right. Well, have a good sleep. Maybe I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Just stay up as long as I can and see if I can see anything from Ayden.
I would like to breathe, if that's possible.
You forfeited that, right? Ren, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna see if there's if there's like any windows around the outside, like where they are. Is there a way to get around?
Yeah, move your token around. Make a stealth check as well, unless you don't care if you're seeing.
Is this the front or the back? This area here.
You're at the front here.
Okay, so this will be the back area where it's not as busy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Stealth check.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So it's not the best. the watchman sort of hears a noise outside. Everyone inside the jail sort of is able to sort of notice that the watchman sort of has this sort of thinking about him, like, what's going on out there? But he doesn't stand up or anything, so what do you want to do?
So yeah, he noticed me.
He definitely heard a sound.
Gonna just step back and then I'm gonna step like a fair bit away, like maybe like away from the building, and then I'm gonna ask my my Fey friend to check to see if there's windows.
Okay.
So I'll like go across the street somewhere or somewhere where I can't be seen.
Alrighty. Do you want to roll a stealth and perception check for them?
And I'm just gonna get it up there. What is it? Okay. This perception and stealth.
Unless, like, it's not trying to be stealthy or something.
Go for stealth. This is a +3. So 18 for stealth. Did you get that one? 18 for stealth.
Yep. Do you see the token? Yeah, I think you should have control of everything now as well.
Yeah, cool. So they're just gonna fly around to see if there's any windows that she can see them out of.
So along here you see 4 windows.
Okay. And then can she see them?
Yeah, she can see inside and see the 3 of your mates in the cell there.
Because I can't see anything. I got fog of war here.
Yeah, I didn't expect to have
Keeping time.
yeah, I gotta remove that dynamic lighting wall somehow. Hang on. Oh, will it delete everything? Shit, it might delete everything. Fuck it, there we go. Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see. Okay. But now, we're just gonna listen in on what's going on. So would I have heard all that thing go on about them staying the night?
Yeah, we can assume that. No, this would be after, I think.
After?
Or actually, no. Yeah, you would have heard it.
Can she just check to see if because I asked her to see if they're all okay.
Yeah. So she can see the 3 of them.
Yep.
Same as whatever we've talked about earlier.
Okay. And I'm gonna go, crap, what do I do? What do we do? And then that'll be me for now.
Alright. So if you guys want to fast forward, like an hour goes by again, and again, and again, until morning if you want to. Or...
Yeah, I would be
probably gonna
taking a
fall
rest at
asleep.
some point.
Yeah, probably gonna fall asleep or something. Or take a short rest.
Alright.
Are you falling asleep there though?
No. I would have been. I'm technically across the street somewhere where I can't be seen.
Okay.
Just
but
outside.
Yeah, but I would have been taking a short rest as well.
Alright. So it's been more than a short rest, and they still haven't emerged or anything. Yeah, so we'll just fast forward till morning unless you got anything.
Alright. We'll take a long rest then, I guess.
Yeah. Being in the shackles and handcuffs, and you're just on the concrete ground or the whatever it is. You get the effects of the long rest, but everyone gains a point of exhaustion as well, including Ren if you're just sleeping outside or whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Status applied.
So during the night, the other guardsman comes back in, and it's just sort of them on the night shift. And, yeah. Nothing else really happens during the night, inside or outside, from what you can see, relevant to the situation. But morning comes, and the master of the watch arrives for the day shift. So. Yeah, so she arrives, greets the two guards that have been there overnight, says, "Oh, what happened here? We're full all of a sudden." And they sort of brief her on what happened and all that sort of stuff. And they're like, "Okay, sounds like I'll have to do some paperwork then, I guess." And just sort of sits down at the table and starts to do some paperwork and stuff. There's a thing along here, sort of like a storage thing with some papers and filing reports and all that sort of thing. And, yeah, she goes back and forth from there, gets papers out, sort of fills them out, puts them back, and all that sort of thing. And, says, "Okay, so let's fill out this paperwork. I'll get all your names then." Comes up to the cell. You first. What's your name?
Serenox Kadibus.
Right. Yep, got it. And where are you from? You're a resident of Old Town?
No.
I think I've seen you around.
From Eastfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastfield.
Okay, Eastfield. Interesting. Thank you. And you, elf-looking man? You elf?
No, I'm human.
Oh, okay. You. What's your name? Where you from? Sort of thing.
Kai, Ethan, from the same place. Eastfield.
Ah, so you know each other.
Yes.
And you. And the the other watchman says, he might not wake up. All right.
Your guards might have brutally murdered him.
Murdered him.
He was handcuffed and gagged and unconscious when they came in.
That's not what they told me.
This is why we are here. I tried to save my friend, and your guard actually stabbed me.
And everything that happened, the guards explain to the watchmaster exactly as you remember it. So she's well aware of everything that happened exactly, and she's not really fussed by that at all, to be honest. It's more of a sarcastic response.
Cool, good to know.
And then she starts filling out paperwork and stuff. So, all right, this is going to be expensive, boys. I hope you got deep pockets, and if not, you might be in here for a while. And she's like, "Okay, Sarah Knox. There's also this case of trespassing that the watchman told me."
Yes, I did actually enter the tower that had sort of a danger do not enter sign on there for we thought we saw someone up there. I came forward and told the guard of what occurred just to try and clear any confusion and to inform you that there was some stuff in there that we, like my group, got rid of. But
Ah, interesting. You cleared that whole place out, huh?
as far as we saw, yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, for the trespassing, that's 5 gold. She just looks back at the other watchman and is like, "This one, what did this one do exactly? Not much, right? We don't really have him on much, right? Disturbing the peace, that'll be 10 gold as well. Besides that, if you can't pay it, it'll be a day in jail for each gold piece. And you, I understand you've got same sort of thing, trespassing, disturbing the peace.
What? I didn't trespass.
Oh,
He was
You
he
did
was
it?
not with me as part of that. No.
he wasn't with you.
No, there was another individual, and I'm happy to pay his 5 gold as well, as I do know that we went into somewhere we weren't supposed to. But he and my other friend in the other cell did not enter the castle. They were coming here on another matter that is still quite confusing to me what's occurred.
All right then. So that's 2 additional cases of trespassing. That's good to know. So 2 cases of trespassing. That's 10 gold. Disturbing the peace, another 10 gold, and refusing watchman's commands. That's another 10 gold for you.
I didn't
Who
refuse
needs
any
to-
watchman's command.
Not you. This one here. Points the key.
So I didn't trespass. I only tried to save my friend because your guard.
Noted.
Call that all as you will.
And then looks at Ayden and says, let's open this cell up." And pulls out the keys and opens it up. Goes inside, has a look at him, and gives him a medicine check. Has a look and sees, he's actually alive. Amazing. How about that? Well, he's going to have a big bill to pay when he wakes up. All right, same sort of thing. Trespassing, disturbing the peace, refusing the watchman commands. So that's 25 gold, plus resisting arrest, another 10. And the medical bills, so that's another 5 as well for that. So it's going to be, what did I just say? How much?
You're at 25 plus.
40.
Yeah, I think it's 30. All right,
Yeah.
30 gold piece.
Said 40. I counted 40.
Oh, 40? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
the rest was 10.
all right. So, if you've got the gold on you, you should be good to go. Otherwise, you'll need to do some time.
So I believe I'm only paying 25 gold. Is that right? I think
Yeah, I think that was it.
I paid the 25 gold.
We'll look back on the footage if we're unsure. But yeah.
It's fine.
So if everyone's keen to pay, like he pulls you out one at a time. We'll start with Sarah.
Yeah, I pay mine.
Yeah.
And
Pulls
I
you over to the table, gets you to sign the document and all that, acknowledging your crimes. And
How much was it?
Like
for
stamp it.
Ayden? It was 40.
Yeah, I believe so.
When it gets to my turn, I say I'm going to pay Ayden because he's not conscious right now, and I'd like to take him with me.
Well, you can't pay for someone else's crimes unless you want to do time in jail.
No, you said he owes 40 gold. Yeah.
Let's see what he's got on himself. She goes back in and looks over his body, investigation checks him, pulls out his gold pouch and says, looks like he'll be fine to pay. Don't worry about it.
I don't particularly want to leave him here though. I'd like to. He's obviously worse for wear. I would like to take him elsewhere.
No worries. You just come out here, sign your paperwork, pay your fee first, and we'll figure that out later.
Sure.
So puts once Sarah's signed hers and whatnot, she is allowed out of the cell and allowed to go into the room over here. And then same thing with Key, pulls you over to the table here, signs the documents of crimes, and takes the gold. It's like, yeah, no worries, all done. If you all want to leave together, go wait in that other room. Unless you don't want, I don't know, it's up to you.
Well, I wanted to wait to try and take Ayden with me. If he's unconscious or unable to.
This door is open, so you see a one of the watchmen go over to the cell, drag Ayden out, and brings him up to the table. Gets his sort of fingerprints, and puts his finger in some ink, and gets it to sign the paper of his crimes that way, and also counts the gold up, and then the watchman drags his body out to here, and then outside of the watch post here.
Before we leave, could I just ask the captain who's filling out the paperwork if I could get a copy of like everything, if that's possible?
Yeah, it'll take some time to make some good copies. Maybe an hour or so. Let me fill out this paperwork again. But yeah.
Does it have like statements as well? I'm just curious, just so I can keep it for my own personal record.
Yeah, it's got a list of your crimes, the amount owed, and your signature at the bottom, the seal of the crown on it and everything, and the watchmaster's signature and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so let's just say the whole process took like an hour. Yeah. All right, you're free to go. If we see you around here fucking around with our watchman again, you're going to be in even more trouble.
Understood. Key, let's go quickly.
Yep. Pick up Ayden and say we should go back to the hotel.
No, we should leave town.
Red conscious.
Let's
Huh?
just carry him and take him.
Am I dead or am I unconscious?
We need to find Ren.
You're unconscious.
Are you able to call out to Ren in your
No,
psychic way?
I have to be able to see him. We can swing by the inn to see if he's there, but
I would see him. You guys exit. I think.
Yeah, if you're sort of watching the place all night, you can probably see them leave in the morning.
Yeah.
on the paperwork that she made up for us, does it have all the name of the guards involved?
Yeah, it would have. No, it wouldn't have the name of the guards. It would have the statement of what happened. Assaulted a watchman or whatever. It wouldn't necessarily have the names or whatever. It has the name of the watchmaster though.
Okay, what's the name of the watchmaster?
Fuck, now I'm gonna come up with a name. Hang on one sec.
Get random name generator. Click a button.
Watchmaster Miri?
Miri.
That's a terrible watchmaster name.
Just M-I-R-I?
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
Gotcha. And we bail.
All right. That was exciting.
It was expensive.
Well, I didn't really have much attachment to gold, so I didn't really care. To be honest, like I got all this gold, I can go now.
Yeah. So I guess like Key and I leaving with Ayden still unconscious.
Yeah, you'll have to carry him.
I'll piggyback him or something.
All right, so Ayden is unconscious. He might need like another long rest to come to. And he also has 3 points of exhaustion on him as well.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
I'll put that on my sheet. 2 6.
Should we go back to the? I would have gone up to you guys and go, what happened? How did that all happen
I-
so quickly?
I don't think this is a safe place to talk, Ren. Let's just keep our heads down and get out of here as soon as we possibly can. Let's get Ayden somewhere where he won't wake up and react. I'm scared
the
of
place
what he
down.
might do.
I don't want to burn their place down.
Don't say anything out loud, Key. Let's just get out of here.
All right. So it's early morning, probably like just before lunch, a couple of hours before lunch. What would you like to do?
Far enough away from the city, I guess.
So going back to the inn just to sort of get Ayden back, maybe bandage his wounds or whatever there is. If I leave that with you two, I'd go downstairs and ask the like innkeeper, like if there's like stables or transport or something that we could hire to get to Port Royal.
Yeah, you might be able to hire a horse and cart from the stables.
Okay,
I'll be too. So.
that's right. You're unconscious anyway. Yep, I'll run down to the stables.
All right, just you.
Just me, I guess, because if they're prepping Ayden to move because he's still unconscious, I'd tell them that I'm going to the stables though.
Okay. So you get to the stables. The stable keeper's actually out in the stables themselves. You can sort of see him as you walk up the road. He looks like he's feeding horses and whatnot, tending to all the animals in the morning.
Good morning, sir. May I ask you a question quickly, if you're able?
Yeah. What is it?
I'm interested in hiring a horse and cart that might be able to transport for personnel to Port Royal. Do you hire or offer such services?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Do you have anything for deposit? Maybe something of value. Once you get to Port Royal, we have stables there. Once it's delivered, we can return gold or whatnot.
How much of a deposit would you require?
Is there? Do you know of a stat sheet for a cart or something? Like, is it in equipment?
Yeah, I think it does fall under like miscellaneous equipment, or wait, what's it called?
Cart, vehicle, land, 15 gold. Wow, that's cheap. Okay, so it's 15 gold deposit for the cart, and the horse is You're the guy who added all the animals to your thing. How much does a horse cost?
A simple horse was like 10 gold, I think. Horse. Drafting horse, 50 gold. No, there was a cheaper horse than that. Sure. Maybe not. No, it looks like a horse is 50 gold.
Alright, 65 gold is a deposit, and it'll be just 2 gold per day for the actual expense.
Okay, and we get the money back once we return it in Port Royal, correct?
Yep, deliver the cart and the horse. They'll give you the deposit cash back.
Donkey's cheaper.
If you could prep that and get a contract signed for me, I'll just go get my party and we'll be back here within half an hour, if that's enough time for you to prepare.
No worries, I'll write it up.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, donkey's 8G. That might work, right?
Yeah.
We're not going for blistering pace.
I mean, we're not going for speed. We're going for
A to
carryable.
B. Yeah.
Yeah. Donkey can pull a cart.
Based on our funds, we might have to go with a donkey.
Yeah.
I have 40 gold to put towards it if needed.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I was gonna come back and say. Like, let's just get the horse. Like, it's a bit sturdier.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Let's get the donkey. We'll take the donkey.
I have
Alright.
51, I have 51 gold.
No,
as
no, no.
well.
There's a reason why we're taking the donkey.
Okay.
June 2.0.
Okay, so it's only 23 gold for
Alright.
the deposit for that. He has the sheet. He just gets you to sign it, and he stamps it, and yeah, you're
I-
good to go.
I sign it and I give him 25 gold, and I say that the rest is a tip for the expediency if you can. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. There's also Oh wait, never mind.
Do we
We'll
need
sort
feed for
that out
the
at destination.
for the donkey, or is
You might need to feed him, yeah, unless
do
if
you
you
have
want to get
feed that
your
you could
deposit back.
put it like in like how much feed?
How many days is it to the town? You should probably know that.
It's 5 copper for a day of feed, so it's not that bad. It's probably going to be 3 or 4 days to get to.
Yeah, okay.
So half a silver or something.
Yeah, so
I'll
it's
just
like
take the 25
2
gold.
silver.
The 2 silver.
And then it is 2 gold per day. When you get there, they'll charge you.
That's cool.
So yeah,
I've
you're good to
handed
go.
all that over. I'll come back to the guys, tell them we have transport. Let's get Ayden into the cart and let's get going. Who's good with horses? Great, Ayden, the one who's unconscious. Or donkeys, rather.
Frankly, very good.
I'm a +3, so I'm not too bad.
Okay, good. Well, Key, if you can navigate, and Ren and I will sort of watch over Ayden and
Now, Ren, now that you have a cart, you don't have to carry that keg of powder everywhere.
Still have that, yeah.
You just walked into the guard's house holding a keg of explosive powder.
No, I left that in the inn, dude. Why would I carry it into the?
Yeah, I'm going to assume.
And they just pointed to it.
I think you said something about leaving it in the room last time. Didn't
I mean, we hired it for the night, so obviously we still had it, right?
you? Yeah. All right. So you're on the road.
like to get maybe just like far enough out of town so like and find like a good spot to bunker down where we can actually maybe set up a camp and like recover a little bit and properly like help Ayden.
All right. Any particular sort of terrain you're looking for, or just whatever looks good? Or
Something close enough to the road so we're not like sort of shooting off too far, but like if there's sort of like not so much a cave or anything, but just like a nice open area where we can see that's flat, so we can see out for quite a distance. Maybe like under a tree or something as well, just so we can tie like the horses and try and build some sort of cover.
Yeah, it's probably easy enough. You're probably leaving about lunchtime, so you probably get like a half a day's in of travel before it gets dark and whatnot, and about time where you might want to set up camp. It's up to you. You have point of exhaustion each.
Yep.
I have 3.
He has 3, so
What's the effect of that again? It's
Disadvantage on yeah ability
saving
skill
throws.
checks.
Second level is
half speed, and the
half
third
speed.
level is disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And if you get one more, I think you die.
Nah.
No, next one's hit points is halved. Next one's speed is 0, and then you did.
There's a
It
few more
doesn't
now.
say on here.
No, you just gotta look it up. 5 exhaustion.
Oh,
So guys, I got a horse instead of the donkey because obviously the road's treacherous. If the horse was to die, that's like that money gone. Sorry, donkey. No offense, but yeah, we should get the 23 gold back if we manage to return it to Port Royal.
it's
But
okay.
there are
Do you-
goblins out here that we know of as well. We really need to tend to Ayden. Like, if we can give him those good berries that he made us yesterday.
Is he? Does he look like he's down on HP?
I think he's just unconscious from in being exhausted from being
Okay.
beaten half to death.
He'd still be on low health. Not to meta, but I'm sure he looks pretty worse for wear.
Well, we did
Um,
treat his wounds.
Stabilized, didn't.
Yeah.
Do we still have any of those healing potions?
We do have
So-
one, but I'm hesitant about using it in case someone gets really hurt and goes down again. Like if we can take the advantage to rest up and tend to him while we're resting. I think while we're in sort of a disheveled state and a little bit worse for wear because I'm not feeling the best either, we just save what last resorts we might have. He said the berries only last a day, so let's just give him all of those. Like maybe it will help him and bring him back to consciousness.
Good point.
Yeah, he did
What
give it to us later in the afternoon.
What
I don't know, those
happened then?
guards were being dicks.
But what happened, Kai? Like, how did it get to that point?
Well, I don't think it was anything kind of serious. He just kind of, I don't know, wanted to state his opinion to the stable hand, and was a little bit pushy. And then the stable hand, I don't think appreciated it and called for the guard. Ayden decided to run off, so I'm like, all right, I'll just follow suit. But I think I was lucky enough that I was quick enough to get away from it all. But he was slow enough that he was running when a guard heard somebody calling for a guard, and then just escalated from there. So it was it was quite. It wasn't really anything, but I think those guards were out for the coin.
Out for blood?
No, just out for coin. They want to.
Something seemed extremely corrupt about the way they behaved.
Yeah.
But I can
They had no empathy for anyone.
I can
That's
sympathize
not a
with
good
the
thing.
hostility because we weren't taking orders, but it seems very. Well, we don't know what Ayden did or said or anything. So, but it seems
Yeah.
such an extreme, like to see him in that state. So, like I said, let's just get as far away from here and just head to Port Royal, and we can figure out what we're going to do about it later. I got as much information as I possibly can about it, but something doesn't seem right there. They would have
God.
killed us if we tried anything. That's the sense I got.
That's why I didn't attack them back, but I had to do what I could do.
So it's evening. You're sort of making your camp, or you've already done that. And you're, I guess. Does anyone want to take a watch or anything? Or
I'll offer to do the watch during the darkest part. I don't know. I think Ren can see at night as well. Can you?
I can see it. I can see it.
Okay.
I am
can't-
human. I am darkness.
If you want to take maybe the very
Dawn.
first until it gets the first watch while it's still getting a bit dark, and then once you can't see, wake me up, and then I'll cover from then on until I can stay awake, and then I'll wake Ren up from the sort of center of the night onto the sort of morning, and he can wake you back up at dawn.
Right.
And hopefully Ayden's in a bit more of a conscious state by then.
Just a note, while roughly the middle of the night, I'm not fussed on whose watch it is. If they check on Ayden, they'll notice that he has started sweating profusely, like he's sweating like crazy, even though it's not that hot, and he seems to be writhing, but it doesn't look like it's like pain from his injuries. It looks like he's just something's not settling right inside of him. You won't be able to wake him up, but that's just you might notice that's happening if you look.
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming everyone would have been watching over him as well, because apart from
Yeah.
looking out for protection, we're still concerned about the fact that you're unconscious.
Yeah, it's like he's. Think of someone who's like very unwell and like sweating profusely, like trying to sweat it out, and he's just rushing around. Something's not right with him. You can tell that much. But
I was like, well, at least he's moving now.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's probably a good sign.
I take that as a better sign than anything else.
Do you want to roll perception checks for your watches?
Yep.
Perception. About the same.
All right, not too bad. So, like, you're not too far out of town. Like, you might see one person after dark heading just into town. Past you, like, sort of in the earlier part of the night, you might see, like, a horse on the road just going past. But besides that, it's pretty calm, pretty chill. You don't really... Nothing noticed during the night. All seems good. So morning comes. And yeah, you've all rested, had a long rest, so you would have lost your point of exhaustion.
Do I look like I'm still on 3?
You are now on 2
Yeah.
points of exhaustion.
Yeah, no, I do lose one with them. Cool.
And you should be okay to wake up. I'd say you'd only have 1 HP still, just from everything. But you're awake.
I'll wake up last because I'm still probably the most fucked up.
I'd be sitting sort of over him and like damp, warm cloth, just wiping the sweat away from him, trying to sort of look out for him as best I can, sort of like keep him sort of from getting any worse.
I would have crushed the good berries that he gave me, and I would have like poured it into his mouth with water.
No, they would have expired at like 2 or 3 o'clock the previous day.
I thought we
Oh,
gave
yeah.
it to him anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to do it today though.
No. Oh, yeah.
Ayden would be like asleep, sort of shaking his head, and then he'd just open his eyes. And if Sarah's sitting over me, you'd notice that his whole eye is now, it's the coloured part of his eye is now yellow and spreads over his whole eye, and his pupils are slit. And he's gonna just sit up and just start like talking, but none of you can speak Druidic, can you? I don't think you can unless you're a druid.
Oh,
Druidic.
no.
No.
So he's just gonna start like he's like mumbling and talking really quickly in that language. Yeah, he's just tongue.
I would try and get him to calm down and ask him just to, Ayden, just like settle, wait, breathe. You're okay.
And you hear like he starts growling too.
Kai, Ren, Ren,
Uh,
like, you know Ayden best. Is this normal for him?
I've never seen him like this. But then again, we haven't been really close over the last few years.
And he sort of leans forward and he's sort of standing with his hands on the ground and his feet, like just like on all fours essentially. And he's sort of just looking around and he's looking for the freaking the fuck out.
have we seen you shapeshift?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. Ayden,
Uh,
can you hear us?
And he will just respond, but he's going to respond in Druidic again. Just
Can't understand you. Can you talk common? Remember back to the days when we were kids.
So I'm going to create. Is there any small wildlife around?
Not anything you would instantly see. Like you might hear birds in a tree or something.
And he's going to just. And you can see it looks like he's choking. Like.
Can I approach and do like a medicine check to see if he's actually choking to aid him in some way to not choke?
Yeah.
If Ayden will allow me to approach, because he seems a bit
I'm
feral
like
right
remove.
now, but
When
As-
I'm like
as-
maneuver.
So you approach. Which way direction are you approaching from?
in your visual range.
You're going from the front. Is sort of front
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you get within, maybe a meter or two, he's just going to sort of jump up on his hind legs and pounce. And as he does, his body is just going to go and explode outwards, and he's now a fucking massive dire wolf, and he's going to try and pin you down.
Okay.
This is not BBB, by the way. This is going to be role play, but it's just.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand. You're
So yeah, he freaks out as you get near him. He's just pounced on you, and as he's pounced, his body sort of just explodes outwards. But very noted. I believe a dire wolf off the top of my head is fucking long. It's like
Yeah, they're big.
10
Bigger than me.
meters long. And yeah, I missed all of that.
No, I could hear.
He's got
Oh,
the
yes.
Bluetooth headset.
And I'm going to. It's up to you whether you just allow it, but he's going to attempt to pin you down and like be like in your face. with it.
No, if you're being aggressive, I'm not going to take aggression, but I'm not going to give it back. If that makes sense.
No, that's fine. If you want to try and roll out of it, it's
Yeah.
all. Do you want to do a contested check, or how do you want to do this?
Well, I guess you roll a strength check to pin me, and I roll.
Dex.
I guess I can do acrobatics
Yeah.
to dodge.
That, whatever this roll is, it's a +3 in my die will form FYI.
Yeah. You should be able to bring up your die wolf sheet, and you might be able to roll from that.
No,
Because you can go to extras and add your shapeshifts.
No, I've got it. It doesn't let me like override my other sheet with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can roll from the extras.
Control the health. That's it.
So what was it? +3 on yours.
Yeah, so it's an 11.
So we tie. So what happens on a tie and a contested? I think it's like AC
still successful.
on his end.
Yeah,
or
on
my
his
end
end.
for dodging.
On his end.
Aggressive end, yeah.
It's like AC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm just going to pin you down, and he's not going to bite you. He's just going to be growling in your face. And if you look at his face, it's not that he's aggressive towards you. It's just that his mind is not functioning properly. He's confused and scared and has no idea what's going on.
Draw myself and hold an Eldritch Blast.
What'd you say?
I said I would have drawn my sword and like backed up.
Well, like I said, he's just growling and going, but he's not. He might
Kai,
snap.
are you okay?
I'm gonna try and break away. I think I'm okay. He doesn't seem aggressive, but I don't feel comfortable here. So I guess I will do an athletics check to break it, because it's kind of strength at this point.
I guess that'd be versus my strength again.
To break a grapple, you can do acrobatics as well.
Oh, you can?
It was 18, so you did well. You got out of it.
Yeah, I rolled the strength checks, and then I will bonus action disengage and move the fuck away from you at the moment.
All right, he's just going to be he's growling and he's just looking between the three of you. Just.
What do we do with Wolfie Ayden, guys?
Arcanine!
Maybe, yeah. He doesn't seem to be coming to his senses. What is there anything we can do to?
Does he look like Arcanine?
No, I look like a normal giant wolf. Well, I look like Arcanine would have looked like before he turned into the actual Arcanine.
If you call out Arcanine's name for a couple minutes, he rocks up. But it's a couple minutes.
Down, Ayden.
Alright, if Arcanine's here, can two wolves just talk?
No, I don't think so.
I believe you can talk to the wolf.
Yeah, I guess yeah. All right. I'll start. Actually, each of you would start hearing growls in your head as well. Like you'll hear that his normal, like it does when Sarah or Ayden would talk to your minds, but all you can hear is growling and this just animal sounds. You wouldn't be able to make any sense of it, and he's not letting you talk back either.
I'd telepathically do it back to you to tell you to calm, and just constantly be saying calm, 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 calm. God damn it!
So he wants to that last one. Actually, I'll take a 20 on a persuasion. He'll calm down significantly. But it's when Arcanine rocks up. He's going to just say to him with the link to Arcanine, I know you, don't I?
Yes. I think. Who are you?
I'm not sure. But I feel like I know you. I feel like I know them.
He can smell your scent, and he's aware. He's aware of it.
Who am I?
Street rat.
Smell that butthole.
Yeah, you sniff in your butthole.
I sniff him back. You gotta remember that I'm like fucking twice the size of Arcanine. Because Arcanine's only a normal wolf, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about the size of a. Yeah.
So I'm fucking monstrously huge compared.
You're probably double the size, but he's quite tall as well.
He's not a normal wolf anymore. He breathes fire.
I just said, who am I?
Yeah, the street rat
Great, right?
from near Eastfield.
What's my name?
I don't know. Would he? Yeah, he knows your name, right?
Yeah, we talked. I introduced myself to him when we first met.
He told us. Remember? He told us his name.
That's right. Your name? He's also a wolf, so he's like Ayden, whatever they called you.
And it's sort of like that, like springs something in his mind. He's like, and all of a sudden he'll just and shrink back into human form, and just be on the ground, like breathing heavily.
Ayden, what was the hat?
That's a good question.
Well, it's good that you're coherent at least now.
Yeah, and he'll look completely normal, clothes back on, like still bloodied up and still clearly fucked up, but like his eyes are returned to normal and everything. And he's just breathing heavily, like, and he's going to try and talk to you through the mind link and say, like, I don't know what happened, but all you're going to hear is growling again.
Grrr.
You're just growling in my brain.
What are you talking about? I'm doing what I always do. Look, Sarah, and he'll do it to you too, and all you hear is growling.
I don't speak dog, Ayden.
And I'll turn to Arcanine and I'll talk to him and I'll say, can you understand me? And I'll do the action thing to let him talk back.
Yeah, I understand you.
So it turns out I can talk to animals at all times now.
You just can't talk to us.
And he'll try again and he'll just growl again. Like, might need to work on that. He's going to stand back up and sort of fall over again and be like, oh, I'm still in bad shape. What the fuck happened back at town?
Well,
You tell us what
yeah, man, like, something happened in there. We just rocked up and you were a bloody mess on the floor.
So I went to...
Make a history check.
I'm trying to remember.
Try to remember.
Isn't it normally an intellect check?
Whatever. I like to use
Yes.
skills.
History
Easy.
isn't.
I'll
Yeah.
pick history. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's right in the middle.
You have a good idea of what happened, but you don't remember every exact detail.
I'll just say so. Me and Kai, we what did we do? Kai.
Kai told us that, but
But you,
it's the
you-
guard stuff. Like, what happened in?
Yeah,
I,
that's what I don't know.
Yeah, I got grabbed by the guards, and I asked them what their grounds were for trying to arrest me. You know, why were they doing that? You know, all I was doing was running. And they brought me in, and I was talking to one of the guards. He was a bit of a fuckwit, so I was sort of responding in kind.
And they beat you half to death.
Well, you know, he told me not to talk, so I may have just started not talking.
Being a dick.
Yeah. Well, I admit that. And yeah,
We all
It was
almost got killed because of it, because we came in and found you the way you were.
well, I don't really. One would have assumed the law enforcement in a town, you know, wouldn't be in the habit of even annoying pricks beating them to death.
Yeah, but these guys probably weren't as normal. I think they were just in it for money.
Money,
Whatever
and
they
he
can
checks,
charge.
and he checks his pouch. Where is half my gold?
They took your
Well, it
gold.
went to the fines for the fines that we had to pay. All of us.
Look,
No,
I'm not
didn't
gonna.
they take all of Aiden's gold?
No, they took the 40 out, I think, didn't they, sir?
No, he took the pouch.
I think he
Oh,
opened up the
Oh,
pouch and took
okay.
what needed.
Oh no, that would have been. And you could just see his eyes like twitching. Look, I'm not suggesting we go back there now, but one day.
If you look at your pouch, you actually realize they took 45 gold,
5 out of my
even though they said they took 40.
They took all that money that Sarah gave me when she sold that ring.
Wow.
And like of everything that's happened, more than turning into a fucking animal, more than anything, this seems to be affecting him the most. The loss of money. He looks distraught.
Yeah, because he sort of had more money than he's ever seen in his whole life, I guess, and now it's gone again.
So he's like, he's still got money, so he's not like inconsolable, but he's just like he's very
Aiden, there's so much money in the world. Like, we will get more money. That is not the thing to get upset about. Like, A, what the hell just happened to you? B, like, you still don't look very healthy, and it's not necessarily safe where we are.
No. Look, with what happened with me, I don't know. I felt something changing, mutating. I don't know. Something inside me just altered. I felt my heart pumping. It felt like my blood was thick. I don't know. Like something wasn't quite right. And
You did turn into a dire wolf.
yeah, no, I remember that, but I don't remember why I did it. I remember how I did it. I don't know. I think that's just something that's always been inside of me. Maybe it was just woken up. I don't know.
Can I, DM, do a Arcana or History check to see if the way he transformed was, in fact, like, similar magic to a druid, or something else? As in, is there other sort of lore or something, like mythical tales of werewolves and stuff like that?
Yes, Arcana history or maybe even nature. I don't know. Any of those?
I'm gonna think Arcana.
Yeah, I think I kind of.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
natural 20 for 22.
Sarge, you want me to explain to him what the hell would have just happened to me then?
No, because like
It's
even
still
though you
limited,
roll a
yeah, it's still
22,
limited, yeah.
like what do you know about like druid shapeshifting?
Well, that's what I would. Would there be any magic that I've read about it that, like, I might
You've
be able to?
possibly read about stories of people being able to change into animals, whether in a good way, like a werewolf.
Yep.
Like you've probably heard of something like a werewolf. Sorry, in a bad way, like a werewolf, or of druids able to turn into birds and things, something like that. Maybe you've heard of.
Yeah. And so that's what I'd probably just ask Ayden. It's like, have you like trained to do this? Have you like, is there like, it
No,
sounds like this or that, like mentioning that, but
uh, I don't think I'm a werewolf, but I mean, no. Look, and he's sort of like moving his hand around. He's sort of, it's like focusing on it, and his eyes. You can see his eyes like shimmer over to yellow and back. He's like, no, I think I can control it, so I don't think I'm a werewolf. But I haven't trained to do this. I could hear a voice in my mind. It was a female voice. It just kept saying, in my dream, it was like, you're ready. It's prepared. Now you're ready. And then it was like I felt compelled to do it. Think of it like if you imagine like growing another arm and then someone going, you're ready, and then all of a sudden you just feel like you know how to move it. It just enters your brain. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like
Like you can ride a bike.
I just suddenly knew how to ride the horse.
Yeah.
And then I felt compelled to do it, and then I felt like I lost
I know
myself.
exactly what you're trying to explain to a certain extent. Like it's a muscle memory that has just sort of returned.
But then when I was in that form, I sort of it's like the wolf's brain took over until, and I point to Arkan, until he reminded me of my own name, and it reminded me of every memory came flooding back, and I felt like I was in control again, and I forcibly turned myself back.
So are you dangerous? Like you pounced at Kai.
At that moment, I had no idea who I was, but I mean, without doing it again, I wouldn't know if I can maintain my mind in that state. I don't even know if I can turn into other animals or not. The wolf is the only one that I think it was just because I had that connection with Arcanine when he was a wolf that I became a bigger version of what he used to look like. I don't know what I can do or turn into, and I don't know if it'll take over my mind or not. I'm gonna have to practice, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Ren, is there anyone at the Arcane Institute that might be able to look at him, advise magically or other?
Maybe. I mean, I think I've heard of sort of transmutation type things, but I'm not sure if this is the same thing.
It feels like it's always been inside me. It doesn't feel like something's been cast on me, and it doesn't feel like.
No, I understand. I know.
doesn't
I
feel
know
like
what you mean in that regard.
It doesn't even feel like magic. Like, I can cast spells. I know what magic feels like. It feels like something else. Look, I don't know, but I do know that I am exhausted, and that I'm one punch away from being knocked out again. I felt strong in the wolf form, but I feel weak in this form.
Hi, have you heard of anything like this before?
Sorry, who Josh?
You.
I think there would have had druids in Thingo, but no, I probably only grew up around monks. And no, I only knew people who could, do really cool stuff, which I'm trying to focus on. I've started awakening myself to be able to do some pull energies from the astral sea, but and armor myself with it, but not physically transform that I'm aware of. Probably things in the Fae that you could do that, but not that I saw in my 10 years.
I guess the question now is, where do we go from here? I mean, we caused a bit of trouble in Old Town there.
Well,
Yeah,
one, we've still got
maybe-
to deliver that ring. Ayden needs to see someone in Port Royal. I'd want to get as far away from Old Town as possible.
I'll second that. I have. Believe me, if I saw the town on fire, I wouldn't piss to put it out at this point. I'm that annoyed at the hierarchy, we'll say.
What's going on there? But I'm guessing that you are your usual charming self, Ayden.
Eat a buffet of dicks, Ren.
I think that's what he's talking about, right? I can understand why a guard might
Ayden.
react.
Oh, I expected to get punched, but like he almost killed me.
I guess some guards don't have empathy towards humans.
I mean, as much as dicks those guards were, I mean, from like even from when we were little, you always had the knack for that charm of yours, even worse than me. I mean, I've always been a little bit awkward socially, but you've you tend to carry a different kind of I guess
He sort of
charm.
motions to one of the scars on his lip, and he's like, "Yeah, look, I've known to draw attention to my punchable face. I'm well aware of that fact."
Yeah, that scar that you already had on your face, it's now you sort of run your hand over the new one, and you're like, "Hey, I got another scar now."
I have a couple of scars on my face. I'm like, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
know how I can be around people." Guess that's why I always appreciated you three not taking anything I say personally.
Can I suggest next time you have the urge to talk to someone, you let someone else do the talking on your behalf?
What if I'm alone?
Then don't say anything. Come find someone and we will talk it out with you and help you. Not saying that you're to blame, you just have a certain way of, I don't know, getting on the wrong or passing on the message the wrong way to people.
He's going to open his hand and just motion his fingers a few times and say, "So guka berry," and all of a sudden, a bunch of berries are in there. He's like, "I'm gonna eat a bunch of these, but there's one for each of you if you want them." And he's like,
You can have them. I'll eat rations. It's okay. Like
Me
if they
too.
can help you, you need it.
"So are you happy for me to recover 10 HP for eating 10 of these things?"
Only if you say whatever that word was you said to summon those berries again.
Guka berry.
Cook a berry.
Cook away.
Guga berry.
Okay.
I don't know, just put a spin on good berry.
Ayden,
Yeah.
do you still have the letter?
I look through my bag. Do I still have all my other shits up?
Everything else seems to be there.
I'll pull out the letter and I'll hand it back and go, maybe you should hold on to this. A little bit of blood on it.
I'll put it away. I'll press the digitation, the blood off it, and put it away.
It's a good idea.
I'm just going to quickly cast guidance on myself and just try something. Alright. I want to try this. Hi, my name's Ayden. Please don't punch me in the face.
Punch him in the face.
Everyone roll to resist punching him in the face.
I believe that would be a Constitution saving throw, right?
On save.
It'd be my...
Might be like a wisdom.
It's my... I'll do my persuasion versus this.
I don't know.
We all rolled really bad.
I just rolled a natural 20 for it.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
plus I get a
Danny.
D4 on there as well because of guidance.
No.
That makes it an even 20.
I turned to Sarah and I was like, it's probably a good idea to to probably remove that because it could it could look a bit weird to have a recommendation letter with blood all over it. Seems like it may have weird implications of how we
That's
obtained a letter.
that is why I did it.
Shall we continue then?
Are you okay to travel, or do you need some more time?
I'm not going to be moving quickly, but I mean, if you have to sit in the
You
horse
have to
cart,
sit in the cart. We're all going to sit in the cart.
Yeah.
yeah.
Horses?
P.S. We have a horse and cart, a donkey and cart by now. Right now, it's only a lone one.
Can
Oh,
you
oh.
carry all of us?
Oh,
Yeah.
can I use my mental link to the donkey and say, "Hello, friend. What's your name?" No, I can talk to him.
Says,
Okay.
he's a retarded donkey.
You would
There we
not believe. You would not believe it. This donkey cannot understand anything you say to it.
Poor donkey.
And Mosh,
Oh, it's the horse, isn't it?
No, it's a donkey.
a donkey.
Um,
I didn't want to lose 50 gold for when
Yeah.
the goblins kill the donkey. Meta, meta.
I am pretty good with animals. Do you want me to try and mush it, or Kai, do you want
Okay.
to do it?
Maybe
Okay.
you do it, Ayden, because this road and like Ren and I like remember the actual job posting about every goblin there's a bounty for on this road, and they're extremely treacherous. So we need to be like on our guard in case they try and
Well, I'll-
ambush us or something.
Why don't one of you sit up the front with me and keep your eyes out forwards? One, keep your eyes out backwards, and I'll control the donkey, and Kai can do push-ups in the back and work on those pecs.
I can look at too.
Okay. All right. I'll Sergeant roll an animal handling check.
Sure.
25.
It does what you say.
I'll be like mentally telling it, even though it can't talk back. I'm gonna be like, go straight, go straight, go. No, not that way. Go straight, and it'll just keep doing what I tell it.
So you're sort of traveling now. It's like if you do an 8-hour travel day, you can. Is there anything you want to watch for while you're traveling?
I would probably
Goblins,
sit at the
goblin tracks.
back, and just be very quiet, sort of watch as we move further away from town.
I want to listen for any potential wildlife that may be disturbed or lack of wildlife if like it's really eerie quiet.
All right, roll perceptions.
Actually, sorry, I just realized I had disadvantage. Still a 15 because of my exhaustion.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, so you're looking for a wildlife key?
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing if I can track people's movements in the brush. If I can see like birds like fly out of the trees over there, or there's some disturbing and rodents, or I'm using that to kind of see if I can see some signs of someone approaching.
I would have summoned my fairy friend as well, and it's just sitting on my shoulder, and I'm sort of walking a little bit, for a little bit, away from the group, but having a conversation with my little fairy friend.
So you're not in the cart with us?
I thought we were all sitting in the cart.
We're all in the cart.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're traveling throughout the day, he can like sort of jump off and
yeah,
do whatever he wants or do.
Stretch your legs a little.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure the donkey doesn't go that fast as well. It's a donkey.
Yeah, it's
It doesn't
slow.
trot. It doesn't trot at a fast pace. It kind of just walks or whatever it does. It waddles.
Sorry, what was everyone else looking for? Anything in particular? No.
No,
No, I
just
don't know
keeping
why
a
it-
general lookout.
Just general look at.
Yeah, so you travel throughout the day. It's quite a clear, calm day. Sunny, 25 degrees. It's pretty good. You see, like, occasionally a couple people on the road. Nothing really interesting catches your eye. But yeah, pretty uneventful. So to be getting to evening when you might want to take a rest for the night.
Yeah, we can set up camp and go from there.
I'll take second watch again.
Yeah.
So it's going to come off.
So yeah, if you want to set up watch or do anything else during the night,
I'll again try and take the darkest period of night, I guess. Can see a little bit better than everyone.
all right, roll some perception checks.
No, mine's not that great. But I'm kind of taking that first watch again.
I'm too sad to care.
Is it
Dark. Huh?
in the night? Is it like a is the moon visible or anything?
Yeah, it's pretty clear. But with those checks, you don't really notice much during the night. Maybe some slight movement in a bush or a tree. That's about it. It's probably just birds or rabbits or other small wildlife. Nothing that you really notice. It's quite calm and peaceful. The stars are out. It's chill.
I'm gonna have during my watch. I'm gonna have a conversation with my fairy, and I'm gonna be like, I have to get stronger. Everyone in the group seems to be so strong. I mean, Sarah is really smart and is so capable. Kai looks like he could probably punch a hole through a tree. Ayden today turned into a gigantic wolf. What can I do? I can throw little mini fireballs. Terribly. To keep up and catch up to everyone.
You sort of get a sense from her that she's like, you threw fireballs, you retard. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Sort of like a dismissive, sort of playful attitude of,
Yeah. And she has, even though you probably haven't she hasn't used it yet, but she actually has like a pretty long sword, probably the same length of a dagger on her back as well, too. As well.
What?
Yeah, she doesn't use it though. Not yet.
I'm pretty sure fey creatures can attack.
No, but she's not a fae. She's reflavored owl.
Yeah, well, like they got talons and things like you can RP it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, and she does that, and I'm like, yeah, I know, terrible, right? And then that's my watch.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, pretty uneventful. Morning comes.
I'm down to 1 exhaustion.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I need to mark off rations, don't I?
Do I actually get all my health back now, sir?
You can get back half of whatever your full health is.
That'll put me to full. They ate like a handful of good berries.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so morning comes. Yeah.
I am looking less shit. Still tired, like bags under my eyes, but I don't like death anymore. I'll hold out my hand and I'll be like, do you guys want me to make some berries to save us some rations?
Well, if you still need it, you still look a bit under the weather. I'm happy for you to keep them.
I physically feel fine. I'm just tired. It'll take me a couple more days of sleep, and that'll be gone.
Sure.
I'm happy to keep eating rations
Well,
if they're useful for something else. Like,
Yeah.
I've already forgotten the incantation for goodberry. Goodberry. And
Googleberry.
Goodberry. And I'll flick one each and be like, just eat them. They'll keep you full all day. And I'll pop one in my mouth and stick the rest in my little pouch.
I will hang on to it and use it at the end of the day if needed.
I'm eating it now. I was hungry.
All right. So you get about halfway through the day. It's just after lunch. You're sort of starting to think about stopping for lunch, but it's not really a good place to stop because you're sort of walking through there's sort of hills with the sort of not very large hills, maybe 10 feet tall. But there's like a sheer cliff face on this little passage that the road goes through the mountains. Not the mountains, through the hills. And you get to this point where something really interesting in front of you just sort of stops you where you are.
Oh god.
And you sort of see in front of you what's happening. Looks like there's a very large ogre on the road, and he's got his hand around what looks like the bridle of a camel, which you've like never seen a camel before, and it's trying to pull it and sort of starting to move this way up this little pass up to the hills. And behind it, you hear a noise like, "Hey, let go of my camel! Let go of my camel! Hey, hey!"
If I hear that, I jump out, run out, and run after it.
Okay.
So you can take this as a
What?
I think I can move to there. I have 40 feet of movement.
Yep. All right.
Um,
It's like, hey, mister, you, hey, help!
We're here to help. That's what I'll say. And I will take an action for actually use a key point for patient defense. Because I'm not in combat right now, I don't think I could have moved.
Yep. What do you want to do? Just patron defense?
actually,
Patient
try,
defense.
try for your own ease. You could just take the dodge action. You haven't done an action. And then
Oh,
you
true.
take a key point.
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
What's everyone else doing?
I would have had my fairy on my shoulder.
Okay.
And I'll probably move to just like there. And hold a fireball.
Did you move, Ray? Stop. Yeah, cool. There we go.
All right.
And my fairy would have been like up a bit higher up here, so it can't be reached.
All right.
I'm gonna follow, but I'm gonna stop sort of here. And he seems a bit, yeah, like he's still obviously a bit sore, and he's mentally a bit not NQR right now. He's like, his brain's not quite with it, with fighting. After you said the shit kicked out of him.
Sarah, what are you doing?
I'm holding back and wondering why everyone's running off, but I'm going to just sit back and watch and hold an Eldritch Blast if anyone looks like they're about to get attacked by the big thing.
All right. So the big ogre sort of sees you all run up and sort of swings at the air in front of Key and is like, and just tries to sort of keep moving and pulling the camel.
I say, leave that man's camel alone. He doesn't want you to have it.
Hungry. Out of my way.
You said it's hungry.
No, you don't eat the man's camel.
And he starts to drag it, and he's starting to go past you. And what looks like a goblin behind the camel is trying to pull the other way, but having no luck at all, and just sort of is also getting pulled along.
Is it common to see goblins out and about? I'm assuming no.
They're not the most common on the eastern part of the Isles, but like maybe every now and again you'll see one.
And are they normally, like, if they're kind of by themselves, are okay, but obviously within clans they can be shitty?
Yeah, like if you see a group sort of in the forests or something, you might not necessarily want to hang around and have a chat, but one by himself on a road doesn't seem like anything to be scared of.
I'm just gonna talk to Red and go, Isn't there a bounty on goblins along the road to Port Royale? And I think we need to bring proof to the local watchmaster.
Yeah.
All right, another round goes past, I guess.
Well, I didn't want him to take Thingo, so I'm going to try and remove the straps from the ogre's hand.
All right, so like a pulling contest.
Yeah. I say no. Pull it away from him if I can.
All right, athletics check.
I did roll initiative because we're not really doing anything to turn yet.
Yeah, it's not really fighting or anything.
Fuck, that was a good roll.
But
Ooh, +4, you win with an 18. So as you sort of pull in, he loses the grip and it's out of his grip now. He's like, hey! And he goes to try and grab it again off you. Unless anything else. Anyone else?
well, I kind of throw it back to the goblin and kind of like try and use my action to kind of yeet the camel the other way and get it to kind of run off.
Okay. So he's walking along, pulling it behind him. It falls out of his hand, and when he realizes it's out of his hand, he sort of looks at his hand like, ooh, ooh. And in that time, sort of the goblin is able, and you are able to sort of move it out of reach of the ogre.
Cool.
I use this time to sort of run up next to Key. I don't want him to get by himself, so I'll still be sort of behind him, but maybe I'll help pull the camel.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'm gonna go up to here and say, I'm guessing that the ogre is not your friend, little goblin.
Hell no! I don't know him. Help me! Get away from him! He's gonna try and grab my camel and eat it. I think.
I guess that's my turn. I don't know if I can hold a fireball as well. Firebolt.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'll hold a firebolt just in case he comes towards us to attack.
He starts to move back towards you guys, and he's going to try and grab the camel again. So you can do like another athletics check if you want to try and stop him, or
Yeah.
I give him advantage because I'm assisting.
yeah, if one of you wants to roll with advantage, it's
Yeah,
fine.
try you roll, I'll give you advantage.
What did I get? +4, so 16 versus 19. Yep. So you're able to make sure that he can't grab it, and you're able to move back a little bit further. And he sort of puts his hand out, tries to swipe and grab it, but you're able to maneuver. Yeah.
So you don't want to do this, friend. Move on. Yeah, I guess.
And I'll call out, what if we help you get different lunch? I'm sure there's something else to eat out here.
Me hungry. He's like, hungry. And he starts to move towards you guys again. Nothing?
I guess we just try to move away from him as best we can.
Can I try and throw a good berry in his mouth?
Yes.
What do you need me to do?
Sleight of hand or acrobatics, I guess? I don't know.
But, yeah, basically the same thing, I guess. I'll go sleight of hand because I'll do that less.
Alright.
16.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say you with him sort of talking and being like hungry, and he's got his mouth open, you're able to actually, from 10 feet away, yeah, you're a pretty good shot. You're able to actually get it into his mouth, and he's like, it hits at the back of his throat. He's like, and it's like he chokes on it for a second, but then eats it. And he's like,
Do you feel full now?
no, more.
Kind of
More.
the rest of him, I guess.
He's now moving towards Ayden, as the camel and the goblin move to the left there.
I use my action for patient defense just to keep up if needed.
Just dodge action, dodge action, dodge action.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
I'll grab out the rest of the good berries and just throw them up to him. Like, there's 6 left. No, yeah, because they're in attack 1, 6 left.
Yeah, he leans down a little bit, opens his mouth wide, and you can just sort of throw it in there. Almost like if you're playing basketball at the arcade, you know those.
I'll throw all the good berries in his mouth.
Oh, that's cool. More berries.
I'll hold out my hand in kukapari and 10 in his mouth. You've eaten like 17 meals.
What's over here?
Where? What?
On
Do
this,
it
down this side. The
The
bushes.
hill? Yeah, it's just the
I'll,
hill.
I'll try and throw like I'll be like, hey, here's more food, and I'll throw like a ration down this way, someone away from us to see if he takes bait.
Okay. And he sort of turns and says like, huh? Ooh. And he sees it fly over his head. He's like, ooh. And he starts sort of moving quickly, even before turning around looking where he's going. And he sort of runs towards this way. And he almost sort of hits the cliff face here. And he stops himself. He's like, ooh. And he knows he's sort of like going to have to walk around and go up on top of this little bit here.
So let's get the cart and move quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I kind of flag to Saren, come down.
Okay.
I will try and drive the cart, having no idea what I'm doing.
Cool. Do an animal handling check, I guess.
Huh. Maybe
You
I do know
you're
what I'm doing.
You've been watching.
You're just
Actually-
doing everything, aren't you?
Yeah, you got a really good handle on it, and you're able to sort of quickly, but slowly, but quickly, efficiently move around the bend. If everyone,
We'll just try and keep up with the goblin, I guess. And
yeah, the goblin's starting to move away. He's like, yeah, okay, this is done. I'm out of here.
should we be
jump.
chasing that goblin?
Do we
Well, we're going in the same
escort him?
direction at the moment.
Do we escort him and make sure that he's okay?
A couple turns later, you've lost sight of the ogre now. He's definitely up in the hill somewhere, looking for whatever food you threw that way. And you're probably putting a couple 100 meters in between you and this place. And he sort of turns to you as you're sort of getting away, and you're like, "Whoa, thanks for your help. I mean, my camel would have been a goner if you guys didn't come along."
Yeah, we didn't want that.
Is that what it's called?
Camel.
Yeah, it's a camel. You ever seen one of these bad boys?
I don't
No.
think so.
No.
Camel.
Where did you even find one of those?
It's kind of a rare thing around these parts. There's a few of them that live over in the highlands, but yeah, you know.
Aren't you scared at this point in time? Because I have bounties out for goblins right now.
Bounties for goblins? For what? What did I do?
Well, not exactly you, but along this path around Old Town.
Ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't head up to Hold Down if I was you. You won't be met with much hospitality.
It's a good thing, because I'm not going that way. I'm going to Port Royale. Where are you guys headed?
Same direction.
Same direction.
Oh, shit. That's lucky then, is it?
What are you a tradesman or something? Are you
Yeah,
carrying
what
goods?
brings you down this way?
As a matter of fact, I am. Are you interested in purchasing anything today?
I don't know. feel like we've deceived you. Maybe a discount could be in order.
Of course. I love giving discounts.
Shanks.
Jackson Camel Go.
So good.
Oh,
Hey, I've kind of got a thing for potions. If you're interested, I could sell you some.
well, do you mind if I ask your name?
Oh yeah. I'm Shanks, and this is Maru, the camel.
Maru the Camel. That's amazing. I'm Ren, and these are my friends,
Hello, Ren and friends.
Ayden, Kai, and Sarah.
Hello. So, yeah, what are you going to Port Royale for?
Hoping to be adventurers.
You're hoping to be?
We're hoping to sell goblins.
We're trying.
Well, I'm hoping to make a lot of money.
Oh. Well, that's not a terrible thing. My friend Ayden here is trying to make a lot of money.
Oh yeah?
Except
Got
he
anything to
keeps
sell?
losing it.
Same with me. I mean, the amount of times I've made a fortune and lost it, I could count on 3 hands.
So what do you sell?
Oh, he said potions.
Yeah, like I said, potions. You interested?
Potions. Oh. Do we need potions, guys?
Yeah, probably. How much are your potions?
Well, they go for a gold apiece. One of them is a little bit better than the others. It's 5 gold apiece.
And what do they do?
Well, they make you feel better.
Sounds pretty good.
If you got aches or pains or anything, you take one of these, you're as good as new.
Does he seem truthful?
Roll insight check.
Oh, it's got a fucking.
60?
It's alright. It's alright.
Ooh.
Oh,
He doesn't seem truthful. He seems to have a bit of a tremor in his voice when he says it.
Just gonna pretend to like look in my pockets and go, you know, I forgot. I don't have a lot on me either.
You don't have a gold on you? Well, you really are down on your luck, you poor bastards.
and you just see Aiden's eye twitch. What did you just call me, you little fuck?
Pull my hand.
Hey, whoa! Sorry, man. I just said you were poor.
Poor.
His eyes are starting to go yellow and they're starting to roll, and you can see he's starting to. He's fucking furious. Being
I swear to
poor.
God, take the sleep spell to put you to sleep if you keep doing this.
What did you call me? And he's gonna like. Has Shanks put anything out so he can slap it over?
What do you mean?
Well, like, is he showing us his merchandise?
No, because you don't have any money.
Well, he wouldn't be showing us something, wouldn't he? Or is he just? Are we just talking to him? I'm just gonna smack the ball in the ass to try and make it run away.
I'm gonna
What?
like, stand in front of Ayden and say, hey, actually, are you something? I'm gonna to show you something over here, Ayden. Just like kind of try and shove Ayden away.
I'll allow it. But he's like just fuming, looking at the little goblin.
And I'll say, thank you, Mr. Shanks. Be safe.
Does anyone get any audio issues? Or is it maybe just me?
Yeah, Ray's cutting out a
Yeah,
little bit.
Ray's cutting out.
I think we got the gist of what you said though.
Running away.
Because it's Ray and R for me.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I move that
Well,
better.
It was just more that you were close and then really far away and then close again, but without you doing anything. So I think it was just a weird bandwidth
Here's the
issue.
Discord's input sensitivity thing.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I guess Rain's pushed me back a bit away from Shanks, and I'll allow it.
What else do you have to sell? Do you have any other kind of knickknacks?
Yeah, I got pots. You want a pot?
you have anything metal?
Metal. Nah, I'm not that rich.
Got a pot?
Yeah, I got pots. You want a pot?
So I'm assuming it's just a clay pot.
Yep. Finest clay you'll ever find. He pulls it
Sure.
out, he holds it up, and there's a clear crack in it.
How much for the pot?
This one is a bargain. Today, you saved my life. I'll give it to you for 5 silver.
I'll give you 5 copper for it.
5 copper? What are you doing? You're killing me here. You're killing me. 5
There's
silver,
a,
man.
There's a crack in it.
Yeah, it's still perfectly good.
No deal.
5 copper? You're killing me. All right, listen. 10 copper. Final offer.
6 copper.
9 copper.
6 copper. My final. Or I'm walking.
All right, it's my final offer. 6 copper. What do you say?
No deal.
No deal.
No, here you go. Here's 6 copper. You're funny.
Oh, you've made a good decision today. I'll tell you what, you've made a good decision.
Fucking Shanks.
Have fun with that thing, okay?
Well.
You might need to clean it out before you drink out of it or anything, though. Like, I think I used it as a chamber pot at one point. I didn't want to leave the camel, so I had to sort of just, sort of go in the pot. But yeah, make sure you clean it out, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, good to know.
All right. Well,
I'm adding a piss clay pot to my inventory.
Actually, start before we go. Can I quickly try and talk to the camel mentally?
okay, what do you say?
Oh.
No, you can't hear me because it's the mental link. But I'll be like, can you understand me? Come on, you got to be able to understand something. I can talk with animals.
Yeah, but not all animals want to talk to you.
Talk to me, or I'll kill your compatriot.
I just talked to you, you asshole. What's your problem? Sort of has the same. He has the exact same sort of attitude as the goblin.
Does the camel spit on him?
Yeah, he's white.
I'll give you whatever you want if you bite him on the ear really hard right now.
Bite who? You want to bite on the ear? I'll bite you.
The goblin.
Why would I do that? He's my business partner. We make a lot of money out here.
I'll give you money to bite him.
How much you give me?
How hard you gonna bite him?
Depends how much you give me.
I want to see goblin blood.
Ooh, goblin blood. That's expensive. 10 gold.
3.
15 gold.
2.
This time, what do I see Ayden doing? Do I just see him staring into nothing or just staring at the camel? What do I see?
He's got his hand like this. He's like staring at the camel. It's like having a mental war. 2.
The camel's intently looking back at him and is sort of chewing, like just something.
Chewing
I
the
don't know.
cud.
Yeah.
I go, snap out of it. We go.
Oh, we lost you there, Ray. What do you say?
I gotta go. Ayden, snap out of it. We gotta go.
Snap out of it, I think he said.
I'll hold up
Yeah.
2. I'll hold up 2 gold. And be like, last offer, bite him.
No deal.
I do my little thing. And be like, your loss. All right, let's go, man.
You could have seen a goblin bleed. So that's your loss, he says back to you.
He's gonna turn around and like show like his starting transformation fangs. He'll be like, I could do that myself, and put them away.
And then he sort of tries to do the same thing back at you and show his teeth.
I can just see the gums of like the camel going. Whoa.
Yeah.
Having, like really big ass lips.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn around and like, did you hear what that motherfucker called me?
So, anyway, let's go.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Ayden, you can't be starting fights all up and down this freaking coast. This is ridiculous.
He called me poor.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
You, you know
You
what
don't always.
matters is how you see yourself, not how others see you.
Well said, Ryan.
Rayan.
Rain.
Rain.
And then I'm gonna walk off, and then I'm just gonna like do one of those to him, and then just walk off.
I'm just gonna put just for the record, we could have sold that. We could have basically sold that goblin for good money back at Port Royal.
But I feel better for not doing that.
Fair enough.
I don't know how much I trust that bounty after our interaction with Old Town.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very good point.
Or this goblin is very brave and doesn't know any better.
Aren't we traveling in the same direction? Why wouldn't we just
Yeah.
kind of... Who's faster, the camel or our donkey?
Probably going at the same speed.
Yeah, it's not like they're trying to go fast, but I think a camel.
Oh,
could
camel's faster by
probably
10
outrun
feet,
a
yeah.
donkey, if they wanted
Be
to.
traveling alongside Shanks. Shanks dodgy.
Did you get the Mara name? Is that from like SC2?
Maybe.
okay. Because yeah.
Might be a lot of names from a lot of different things in this game.
Like there's either some one in One Piece or you got that from pro players. It's now canon. Maru's a camel.
What's that name? Naru.
Maru.
It gets to sort of evening time, and you still, as you're walking along, Shanks is only like 100 feet in front of you this whole time. Like he's like, but occasionally he'll look back and be like, "Are they following me?"
We told you we're going to the same spot.
Oh, right, right. Okay, yep.
Almost there.
Yeah, it gets dark, and it's probably time to sort of find a spot to camp down for the night. And,
All right. I guess we do.
Guess we do.
Do.
Did
Are you pooping?
Oh,
So if there's anything you want to do for the evening or whatever, you can roll perception checks for the watch.
I just want to. He's gonna like try and do Key's meditative thing, and he's gonna sort of try and transform again, but just unsuccessfully. So he'll get like part way, he might start getting furry, then he'll just revert back.
Yeah.
Is the moon out at all?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more overcast than it was the night before. Visibility might be a little bit less, but
you can occasionally see the moon.
yeah, you can see the moon through the clouds, and occasionally it peeks out from behind the clouds.
Yeah, just during my watch, my little fairy's gonna take her sword out, and then she's gonna start doing like an intricate dance, and I'm just gonna like watch her intently, like mesmerized, and then I've gone, oh, I never knew you were like this, and then she's gonna be like doing like, yeah, like it's like a dance more than anything with the sword, and then I'm just gonna be mesmerized, during my watch, and then that's it.
It's almost like the gymnastics with the battens or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, very like beautiful and like and she's quite like she's a little cute sprite thing, and like I'm just fully mesmerized. Hence my
Shit roll.
shit roll.
Overall, this is nothing.
Yeah, just too intense.
So, Key, during the night, you do notice a little bit of movement in the bushes around you. Nothing serious. It could just be like a few different animals, like some possums or a bunch of rabbits sort of moving through the bush, but nothing in too particular. But besides that, no one else notices anything.
And that'll be probably the time I eat the good berry
Oh, okay.
for the day.
Yeah, and then morning comes, same sort of thing. Yeah.
Hank's still around, or is he left before we woke up?
Who? What?
Hank's still around? Can we still see him? Long gone.
Yeah, he's just like down the road, you can sort of see the silhouette of the camel, and it's just like,
Morning.
hey! It's like really far away. He's yelling, hey! He's like sort of waving.
Now it's 10:30 now. Do we want to push on another day? Would we fairly quick and get to the city, or?
Yeah, does everyone want to finish like 3 hours, like right now, sort of thing, 10:30?
I just thought I'd bring it up just because I looked at the time.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to keep going, but it's up to R because you're the one.
Yeah, look, I don't want to go too late, but if Sal's got a little bit more planned, I'm happy to go for a little bit longer. Just depends on when he's ready.
I got a lot more planned. We did not get anywhere near as far as I thought we were going to today, but it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
A little bit more.
I can do a little bit more, but not much. Like I said, I'm gonna be up fucking.
All right, let's try and get to the town at least if we can. And maybe if there's going to be combat, maybe we pause it to the next session. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you start sort of heading along the road. Shanks is pretty far ahead of you, like 500 feet at least, maybe more. I don't know, down the road a little bit. Is anyone looking for anything as you go or during the day?
Not much. Just the usual, just kind of perceiving as best I can.
All right.
I'm just I'm just playing with my sword, my new sort of shiny sword. I'm just sort of getting a feel for it while we're walking or moving.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're sort of getting to the point where it's a little bit less wildernessy, and maybe like there starts to be like maybe an occasional farm, but there's still long stretches in between. Like as far as a farm, all you can sort of see is like sort of like stone sort of fences along little parts of the road, and like you see like signposts that say like this farm or whatever, and on a signpost that sort of points like down away from the direction, like sort of at a right angle, if you know what I mean. And and you get to the cart doesn't really fit on the screen, so let's just leave that out, I guess.
We need a group icon.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
made one, but
Group token.
yeah, I'll show it to you later. You get to this point and you notice that Shanks has sort of stopped in the middle of the road, and you've caught up to him now. And ahead of you, there's like a signpost with directions on it. You can sort of make it out from here. One points to Point Royale, and one sort of points to like a farm or another direction. The one pointing back towards you, you can't really read because it's sort of it's not side on. So, but obviously it probably says Old Town or something.
Yep.
But Shanks is sort of stopped in the middle of the road, and he's not moving. And yeah, he's just sort of stopped there, and he's not moving. He's like, yeah, you can't really see what's happening, but because the camel's behind him.
Well, I guess we approach as well. There's, it doesn't seem like there's danger or anything.
He sort of hears you coming, turns back towards you, and says, "Hey, help! I can't. My foot's stuck. I can't move.
Are you okay there, Shanks?
Is he on his camel or in front of the camel?
He's like walking in front of the camel, sort of pulling it along.
I guess we get out and see what the fuck he's on about.
I'm gonna can I like flip onto this fence and then like walk along it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do like a handstand on it.
Acrobatics check.
I do the same.
Acrobatics check.
I get ready to heal them when they hurt themselves.
18.
18, you're able to handstand on the fence. Key, you're able to do the same thing, but
Not as
you
graceful.
just, on the second try, pretty much. Like the first try, you got to sort of get yourself back down and then do it again.
Yeah, so as I'm doing that, I'm like, is there are you okay, Shanks? As I'm handstanding.
No, my foot's stuck, and you see around his foot there's like sort of some grass, and he it looks like he can't move his foot out of the grass.
That's weird. I stop doing the handstand and I go up and have a little bit more of an investigation.
All right. Yeah, roll investigation.
Oh, not very good.
You have a good quick look at it, but you can't really see what's like. His foot is just sort of covered by this grass, and it doesn't look like it's coming out. Like you sort of put a hand to, if you want to, put a hand to his leg and try to pull his leg out for him, but it's not working.
I really kind of wanted to kind of pull the leaves out of the way, so maybe I'm just pulling some of the whatever's obstructing his foot so I can get a better view.
Okay. So you sort of try to sort of push the leaves away, and your hand just sort of suddenly has like this real sticky sort of substance on it, and now you've got like a sticky substance with hair, like grass all over your hand now, and you're like, get off my hand.
Okay. There's definitely something here. I show everybody else how that I now have leaves stuck to my hand.
You.
Can anyone clean this off? It looks like it's like really stuck on there. Does
Wipe
anyone
it
have
on
like
the.
water?
I don't know. Wipe it on the grass.
I'm trying to like wipe it on the fence or something to see if I can get it off.
Yeah, that like maybe a little bit comes off on the stone fence, but not much, and it's staying on your hand pretty good. And Shanks looks at you and goes, "Oh God, what did I step in? Oh."
Does anyone know what this is? And I kind of gesture towards the group, using my hand as some kind of sample to try and determine what this stuff is.
I can try and look. I'm good with medicine and whatnot if it's or nature.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Mage Hand.
Mhm.
And I try and take more of the grass out without touching it.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
You're able to sort of move some of it around and get away.
Can I try and like tug his foot a little bit?
Yeah, if you sort of want to keep trying to move the shit away and sort of pull his foot out of it, you should be able to do it.
Actually, I'll tickle him instead.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey!
Armpit with the
This isn't funny!
Is he moving out of the hole?
If you've sort of put in a bit of effort to sort of try and remove it, then yeah, he's
Okay.
able to sort of get away, and he pulls really hard, and like just this sticky as he sort of moves this sort of tries to dive away from you and gets his foot out of it eventually.
While I'm holding up my hand to be looked at by Ayden, I want to actually do a look around to see if somebody may have planted this and they're now approaching.
Roll a perception check.
While he's doing that, can I quickly guidance myself? And what do you want me to roll for his hand?
Yeah, probably nature, I guess.
So it's this, it's 16, 18, and then I got a D4 as well for guidance. 21.
So for the nature check, you're able to tell it looks like a combination of shit, sap, like from a tree, and like some sort of tarry substance. I don't know, like just natural sticky crap that you might find in the wild.
But not stuff that would usually be together. So obviously this has been set up.
Yeah, it's not something you're likely to find on a road.
I'll relay that it's what it is, and the fact that it should not all be sitting together like that. This is a trap.
And I rolled a 23, natural 20 for my perception.
As Ayden says that, Key sort of starts looking around really intently, and he notices a rustling coming from these bushes here. He notices a lot of movement going on over here.
A bit better here. I mixed up who I was talking to. I'd be standing next to. Okay.
Like,
On the fence.
everyone, get ready for action. I can see someone over there. You, show yourself. And I yell out to where I see the movement.
As you say that, a goblin just leaps from the bushes and starts screaming. "Ah!
I turn to Shanks and turn to the goblin. Kind of for an interpretation. Because I'm assuming he can speak goblin and is talk common to us.
Shit! What the? They want food, money, and anything shiny you got.
Well, we ain't giving
what
it
they
to them.
said.
They can move on.
I don't know if they'll like that.
Well, they got no choice.
Hey, listen. I'm just telling you, I don't know these booyah motherfuckers here. Like, if there could be a lot of them over there. There's a lot of movement in the trees. I don't know. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, it probably will be. Take a step.
All right. I'll tell them. And he sort of communicates back in. Is it Goblin? Is it actually Goblin that they speak? I guess.
Yeah,
Goblin, yeah.
I think there's a
Yeah.
goblin.
Oh,
language.
I was muted. Undercommon.
Oh, do they
Was it
speak
undercommon? I can actually speak undercommon.
Oh, I think that's what they speak.
I think there's actually a language for
I
goblin.
think
Oh, is it? Okay.
they do have goblin.
Oh, okay.
But like they're communicating back and forth and like seems to get visibly frustrated. And then like another one sort of jumps out from the bush. And another one. And the longer you wait, it might seem like there's more and more that are going to jump out from the bush.
I say,
Hold the fireball.
you're throwing a fireball?
I'm holding one.
Okay. I say, if you don't get out of here, you're going to cop it. And I will run up to their face and kind of, I will hold a dodge action, but I'm going to show that I'm aggressive and about to punch them in the face if they don't get out of here. Like, I'll be kind of aggressively pointing them to go.
As you sort of run up towards them, they're sort of fearful, and the one that you run up towards, he moves back.
I don't take an opportunity. I just kind of like go to hit him, but kind of to imply that I could fuck you up if you don't get out of here. Intimidation sort of thing.
And sort of after the initial startling response, he's sort of like he looks back at you and growls like, "Rrrr."
You growl back at him. "Argh."
And then he releases a really loud yell like, "Argh!"
Okay. Does that seem like they're going to be retreating at all?
No, it seems like more of them are coming out of the bush.
That's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
god.
wait, Jesus.
Well, they would have all been there anyway.
Yeah, they were pretty much all there in the bushes, and now they're all visible. And they're like,
Fine, we know.
"Rrrr!" They all start growling back. Yeah, they all start growling back, sort of trying to intimidate you back.
I punch my fist together and I'm like, come on.
Seeing what Key's doing.
I wait for kind of the actually no I leave that.
So seeing what Key's doing there, Aiden's going to run up with him, and then as he gets to about here, he's just going to do like a little leap forward into. Oh, and Kitsar, can you make me bigger?
As you do that, you're actually in one of those traps. If you see under you, so you, as you're transforming, you're able to do so, but you're You're now stuck and can't move.
Urgh.
And then they all sort of laugh at you. Ooh. And they're like, money, money.
I'm going to throw a warning firebolt shot, like just in there.
Ah! They sort of react, and then they're all gonna sort of start firing back and taking aggressive stances.
As soon as they start, if one of them releases an arrow, I'm moving up and hitting this one in the center.
All right, do that because it's happening.
All right. Now, are we doing this session, or we want to pick it up next session?
I might have to call it for next session. Like I said, I'm gonna be up in 5 hours, 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it there then, I guess.